Mommy, tell me my ass was so big!
Fuck off.
Welcome, good afternoon, everybody. All right. Oh, I gotta turn this volume down now. I want to know, and I'm not asking the audience. I want to know, I'm gonna call tech support or whatever on Microsoft, and I'm gonna ask them if what do I have to do? Do I have to get to the point where you guys are worried for your safety or something? What do I have to do to get you to stop changing the settings on my computer? I'm getting really, really, really pissed off. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I'm getting really pissed off at the people that insist, the Microsoft people that insist on resetting my goddamn settings on this profile. I start my computer, I turn it on. I want my computer, when I turn it on, to be the way I set it before. I'm tired of having to keep boosting my mic input volume. They keep randomly dropping it back down to 25 or 26. That's not what I want it at. That's not what I have it at. And it's happened so much now that when I start the show and go, why is my audio? Someone was saying my audio was fucky yesterday and I couldn't quite hear it. But I was doing it today and I'm like, why do I have the fucking volume slider jacked up to the top of this thing to get it to register on Streamlabs? It shouldn't be that way. I'm very used to midway up the computer slider is just about pinging the red line on the OBS slider with all of our sound drops and everything. That should be as loud as it gets. That's a great way to have it. So if I have to boost it for crappy audio on news stories, I can go up. But other than that, we're good. And it's just every fucking time. It's happened so many fucking times that I turn it on and I'm like, sound's not good. Gotta go over here. Arrow 404 said or not sound. Bill Gates is telling you to go fuck yourself. Speaking of go fuck yourself, Saint Caesar, I'm so sick of the Johnny and the Kidders thing. Nobody likes it. It's a stupid line. Just stop. Go fuck yourself. I just, people I'd like to tell that to. But yeah, so. Anyways, but yeah, so let's go over here. Put that on. Hey, Wild Saffron, how you doing? Switch that to the chat. We tried yesterday's setup with the and there's probably going to be audio loop over because I didn't quite get everything set up today. We tried yesterday. In fact, let's avoid my audio loop over by doing this.
My buddy Nick.
Boop. And we'll mute that. Digger is live right now reading. All of those of you over there enjoying that show. Awesome. Good for you. I'm going to load this up. We'll probably get a couple. We're going to lose our audience for a bit while they enjoy Digger's program, which is fine. We're getting a bit of a rough start. You can't tell from my hair. I didn't do my hair. It's just fluffy and floppy. And then, yeah, we got home in time to put together a show. All right, let's put that there, and I got to grab one more for me. Then we'll load up our first hour stories. Today's called The Right Thing ? Because there's a couple of stories we're going to be doing where it's going to be asking, are we doing the right thing here? Or people think they're doing the right thing. There's my YouTube profile for all those of you who want to see what pops up randomly on that shit. Snow White, worst Disney movie I've ever seen. And someone's oh, no. People are getting too serious about it. I think it's enough to say it was going to suck. We've told you it was going to suck. And it sucked. And none of us wanted to see it. Like, these were all predicted. So just, it shouldn't be a surprise. Anyhow, let's go over here. Drop the Discord view off. Back up to here. All right, so we're back in the program. We're here. You wasted your time with that shit. Fuck, dude. Wasted my time with what shit? Wasted my time with what shit? I literally just started the show. I don't know what I wasted my time with anything on. I had to go out and do stuff. I came back and I prepped a show. I didn't futz with my hair, as you can see. I got dressed. I don't know what I'm wasting my time with. Anyways, let's grab my other videos. Yeah, this is a weird thing. You wasted your time with that. Like, I wasted my time with what? I'm confused. Let's talk about the Snow White dude. Oh, you're talking about the Snow White dude. I did. Okay. It is weirdly directed at me at the start of the show, so it was hard to figure out where that was going. All right, so we've got the classic 101 Aaron soundboard freak out for Johnny. All right, where is it? 101 soundboard freak out. Pop out chat. Is that your Mr. Kill Everything? What? I don't know what the hell he's talking about. All right, let's line that up. Chats are all up. In fact, let's minimize it on this side. YouTube and Rumble are about equal. Let's represent them as such. And there, look into my eyes. What do you see? Come, says Lab Glass. That's weird. That's a weird one I didn't know didn't want to know about. Right, I'd rather touch my balls to a cactus than watch Snow White. I would agree, and here's the thing, like, before all of the bad hype of the movie, I was still on the same kind of page. I don't give two shits about Snow White. Everybody freaking out about the movie long before it was made, all of the stupid woke bullshit they tried to pull is why I am... Is my hairline crooked, or is it just... Is it me? Is it my hairline? It's my hairline. My hairline falls back this way more than that. I really hope I'm not doing one of those awkward bald things. I'm not going to be able to take that. Right. Hello, people. Snow White, Joker. Snow White and the Joker 2 are the same pictures as St. Caesar. Two movies I probably wouldn't go see just because, like, again, musical. Fuck it. And I severely doubt Snow White and Joker 2 are the same picture. Joker 2 at least had people who wanted to see it. We've got a bunch of stuff for our first hour. We'll talk about that. We're going till 1:30. Or fuck you, 1:30. God damn. We're hopefully going till 3:30. We have a $10 window to hit. And if we hit it, we're gonna call it good. PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs, all of those. And then tomorrow's goal is full. So anything over that $10 we make will go to that. But again, we might this weekend. I'm considering this weekend. Probably with the way things have been going, the way people are donating in the chat. So I'm going to ask, I've done this before, and everyone said, keep it the way you do it. So that's why we floated that before. But we might switch to the active tally and just fucking figure the percents, like what they take on Rumble and YouTube, and just minus those. Can literally have a calculator running here, and I can just go plus this, plus that, plus this, plus that, and we can keep like an active tally on the goal. And 3:30, you leaving? No, 4:30, whatever. Fucking A. I was in the middle of something. 3:30. Yeah, I accidentally said 3:30. Why is it the autistic fucking spazzes can't wait a second? I screwed up and I said 1:30, then I went accidentally 3:30, then I meant to. Yeah, we're going till 4, maybe 4:30. God damn. Oh. It's always the same people. It's always the same people. Anyways, Mr. Q, 3:30, you leaving early. Again, I was speaking in the middle of a thought. Give me a second. I was saying, Johnny, I love you sending hugs and kisses. Thank you, King Kong Dong. You're not doing anything to annoy me. Like I said, it's always the usual suspects. Just driving to the entrance, Doc. What? What entrance? I have no idea who you're talking about. But yeah, all right, so $10, we'll go till 4. If we hit it, we'll go till 4:30, and everything that'll go over goes to the next day, is what I was trying to say. Oh. This is why I like the idea, and I'm going to start doing it more. I'm going to start doing that more when I'm busy talking and I don't want to pay attention to the chat. It's not their problem. It's not their fault. I apologize, you guys. It's not your fault. I need to realize that you can't be on the screen anymore. That's what yesterday, unfortunately, did, is it made me realize we can't just have the chat on the screen. We'll pull it up and kind of peruse it on the screen, and then we'll go through it through here. But yeah, I want to be able to highlight chats that are fun, and I'm going to still find a way to fix that problem because I like doing that. I love it, and I want to highlight the chats of people who contribute to the show because of that. But like, yeah, I want to just literally, I'm not going to get mad at people for throwing shit in the chat because they can't hold on 2 fucking seconds or understand that maybe he's, flustered, putting himself together and just talking about something. He screwed up the time once and corrected himself. Maybe he screwed it up again. Just hold on a minute there. Ear, nose, and throat doctor. Oh, dude, fuck him. Leave early, says Labglass. I'm leaving at 4 if we don't make $10 in active cash currently. And then tomorrow's goal is for like the show, like the 65, like we'll do that. And if we don't hit tomorrow's goal in the like paid cash things ahead of time, then we'll just say fuck it. And that goes through Twitch, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and Streamlabs. But if we do that, then over the weekend, we're going to balance everything out, figure out exactly what we have on YouTube and Rumble that hasn't been accounted for. And we're going to, as opposed to waiting for a payout, we're going to kick it into the goal thing and just start doing it that way. But if we do it that way, we have to subtract the amount. So we can't just go, oh, you threw in $20 and count it as that. We have to go, you threw in $20. YouTube takes this much of that. So we got this, and we just add it direct. Like I said, I'll pull up a calculator. We'll just add it direct to the goal and start doing it that way. Because you guys are throwing in money on Rumble and YouTube. And it's becoming more and more that's how the show is getting supported. So I'm feeling more and more like a piece of shit for going, we need to hit these goals. And we need to get this money, but we don't count that money until it's issued a payout. So we know we're getting, like, we don't need to do that anymore because apparently that's what we're doing a lot of the time. And while it's more difficult for me to wait till the end of the month till that shows up, that's fucking the way we might have to do it. So that is the thing we'll be talking about throughout the day. You guys get to have a say in that. Good afternoon, Driveway Junkie, Labglass, King Kong Dong, Mr. Q, all of you guys. Good to see you. Jesse ESP, it's okay. 5:30. Okay. No. It's 4:30. If we get $10 on PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo, all of those, we go till 4:30. Otherwise, we're going till 4. And then tomorrow's goal will be $65. But that's currently operating on the system of whatever hasn't been, whatever we made on Rumble yesterday and the day before isn't counted in, and whatever we made on YouTube isn't counted in because we wait for those to issue a payout, which we now discovered that YouTube does that on the 21st of every month. So we might have to just start adding YouTube. Why? Oh, God, the KBS thing again! I'm having the KBS issue again. I'm gonna have to consider if this drops again, I'm gonna have to consider messaging people and then possibly we might do a calling calling charter live on air thing. I might call my cable company live on air for content today, and I'm going to bitch them out over the phone. If it goes again, how's the day, Chief? I dispatched the issue you discussed with me. I didn't discuss an issue with you. Mad Max Mardigan, I didn't discuss an issue with you. So that's a lie. Anyways, so yeah, I might call Charter and bitch them out if this happens again. If the KBS starts dipping again, I'm going to go, you guys, like, seriously, I called about this a while ago. I have to call about this every couple of months. I am really, sound and video is fine on Rumble. Yeah, it bumped for a second and it came back up. I saw the screen freeze on YouTube and do the circle. And I saw my KBS drop to like 148. And then it started slowly climbing back up, and then it got to like 4,000, then it jumped back up to the 6,000 that it idles at, like 5994, 6233, 5994, 62, like kind of jumping around there. Probably the tariff, says the Smoke Out Proud. Stupid internet is crippled, says Glue FPV. I'm just gonna say, like, if the KBS jumps up and down, I'm going to call Charter and I'm going to bitch at them and I'm going to tell them that you are fixing this. This fucking gets fixed. Now, I have this issue one more goddamn time, and I'm going to go buy fucking Starlink at that point. I'd be better off asking Elon Musk to help me out and order a goddamn Starlink, and everyone else can eat a dick. So, Spectrum better get their fucking shit together, or I'm done trying to fix this. Spectrum fixes this, or I'm finding a way to replace them. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Oh, it's just been a rough one. The show started a little rough. We've got to close the extra YouTube videos. We tried doing the StreamYard thing yesterday. I like the StreamYard setup. I do. But it's set up for people that don't know how to set up an actual like studio and do all that shit and turn on lights. Green screen works properly. Like, again, it's one of those things where it's not really built for me. It's built for people who can't do the stuff I already did. So Johnny is going full merch. No. Why would I be going full merch? Johnny Arcade. What, am I going to sit here and bitch about you guys not supporting the show? No, I literally was explaining that I think we have to transition with the way you support the show. We're going to have to start counting it directly so that way we can just operate on what's our goal today. This is it. YouTube, Venmo, PayPal, all those count, and we just put them in and boop, we're done. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Replace that ass, Johnny. Starlink isn't bad. Dude, I'm not saying Starlink is good or bad. I'm saying I haven't transitioned off of Spectrum because I just, I'm whatever. Like I said, we're going to keep an eye on it. If the KBS gets fucky... wrong button. Fuck, I want the chat box back. If the KBS gets fucky, I've been happy with T-Mobile internet, but that probably depends on your service area. Also, I don't stream, so it might not measure up. Rexstar parody account, I guarantee you T-Mobile internet won't measure up for that. Dr. Johnny saying hello. Okay. Dr. Johnny Mars. All right, interesting. Hello. Just one of those days. It is kind of just one of those days. But, yeah, I'm going to just, like I said, Starlink is the thing.
You want to see my burger?
Maybe later. Thank you for the 50 bits. I'll link the PayPal and the Venmo. You shouldn't have to get Starlink when you have a real internet provider. Right. That's kind of my feeling. Like, my internet provider works for a lot of stuff, but it doesn't work for this, and I pay extra so I can do this. And that's where I'm like, all right, you know what? If you guys won't, like, that's where I'm, like I said, if I call them again, I'll record it if it's happening live when my show's supposed to be doing a thing. Like, that's what I'll do there. Fuck you, lab class. Why did they add a Discord? Like, I didn't need that. I was like, wait a minute, what? Because I may or may not have my Discord open, so certain people who are trusted friends of the show have access to that Discord and could jump in. But that is the Discord call noise, and it's like, oh, somebody's calling me. And I was like about to look up what that's about. Oh, and that one, that was 2 back-to-back, but I saw it. Thank you for the 200 bits. We've got a full show. We're going to try and do all of that. And we'll kind of move through our topics and get all that stuff going. We have 5 already kicked off of the goal from yesterday and the day before on Twitch. We got 5 from there, so that dropped it down. And so it's just, like I said, down to the 10. So we'll link these, and we'll move on with the show. I'm pretty sure we'll get that through Twitch and Venmo and PayPal and all of them. We already had a couple bucks come in on Twitch today, so we only have to make like $8 on Twitch, and we're clear. All right, thank you for the stickers, and then boom, 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 and send a link, pinning the links. The merch store is also up there. We haven't put our new shirts that people were asking about yesterday up because we haven't made them yet, or at least finished making all of them. And I still, I did a quick peruse. I'm going to have to go through my external drive. They're there somewhere, but that's like 2 terabytes of data that I have to go through. They're in there somewhere, I tell you. All right, so manually to the end of stream. Another 100 bits or sub, and we do a hype train. Hype train rules are, oh shit. I'm gonna have to fix that tomorrow. Hype train rules are simple. What happens is 1 and 2, we use the bowl because the conductor is still AWOL. That we'll fix that tomorrow morning. And then the doctor comes in at hype train level 3, and you all know how that goes. So we have all of our stories loaded up. We got everything else loaded up. The links are in the chats if you want to support the show. I've got my phone right there. If you support us, we've got the things here, so we'll see it. I will open those quick. And after we're done with that, fuck me and everything else, we're just going to get on to doing a goddamn show, hanging out with you guys in the chat and everything else. Over here, bam. I'm Emerald Lagasse, bam. Oh, shit. Did I? Let's look at transactions. Oh, that was from yesterday. Oh, we already counted that one. All right, so that was from yesterday. And that was also from yesterday, so we already counted that one too. Cool. All right, we're good with both of those. All right, I could join, but I'll make Johnny too famous, and I am working. I love how it's the second one that's really stopping you. I don't mind the first. I just turned into Schmeagle for a minute.
Me thinks he's your tricksy habits. I don't think Brian wants to join the show.
All right, let's get Johnny high for a bit, folks. The doctor is calling. That's a bold statement coming from somebody who's never done that. All right, the internet is defending this Georgia man who got arrested for leaving his kids at a McDonald's for almost 2 hours. I don't know if he should be defended or not. And that's our first story. A man who left his children at a Georgia McDonald's for 2 hours because he was applying apparently for a job next door is the supposed rumor. So we're going to go to this story and see how people, how y'all take it. We got the chat up if you want to interact. We have all 3 of them up. And, we'll just kind of keep it up as we need to, take it down if we have to, and go from there. Let's cover this one. Is it oh, dear Lord. Does this have a video story? Nope. All right, so we're going to go back. All right. Update. According to police, Chris Lewis wasn't at a job interview when he left his 3 children at a Georgia McDonald's for 1 hour and 42 minutes on March 22nd, though he did have an interview earlier in the day. The children were left at the McDonald's from around 4:30 p.m. until 6:18 when the father returned and was arrested. Oh! So the going to a job part was a lie. Well then. We just got ourselves a wrinkle. At least it was at a McDonald's and not a crack house, says Brian the Science. Yeah, he left him at a McDonald's with a play place, so the kids could just run around in the play place. 95% of the people agree with each other. What we have here is a rare unicorn of internet consensus. Okay, so this dude had a kid at 14 and 2 other kids since. Is trying to hustle to take care of them and get himself a steady job. He was arrested for leaving them alone in a McDonald's for a few minutes while he went down the block for an interview. The youngsters, ages 1, 6, and 10, you left a 1-year-old, spent their time alone in the restaurant, which has an indoor play area attached to the dining room. Dad left for a few minutes and came back to check on them, then left again. Then some busybody called the cops. Yeah, I think like after an hour, that might be a decent call. Richmond County Sheriff's deputies arrived at the restaurant, located the unharmed, unaccompanied minors who remained inside the store until their father returned. The cops went and checked on the kids. They were fine. The dad came back a few minutes later and he was arrested. No, it's not a few minutes later. The 10-year-old can watch the other kids. I mean, it is a 10-year-old. There is a 10-year-old, but still, 2 hours in a play place. Why did he leave him? If he had an interview earlier that day, why did he leave him there then? Oh, this is so loose. Oh, it's because this is loose. Fucking damn it. Did it fall out again? No, it didn't. I need to tighten these damn things so it... Every fucking time. It's not a public park. You can't just leave your kids to play there. I agree, Smoke Out Prods. That's better. I agree, Smoked Out Prods. It is not a public park. You can't just leave your kids to play there. And this asshat, like, if he was at least going to a job interview, it would have had some level of justification. But we know he's not going to a job interview. What he went and did was he went and just left his kids. Like, where the hell was he going? Was he going? Why do I feel like, all right, what, bop, boop, 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 boop. All right, yeah, it's like the screen's lagging a bit. What the fuck? All right, Johnny, that's hurtful. That's hurtful, Johnny, because you and me apparently have the same name. Johnny Arcade, and what is the other one? Dr. Johnny Mars. You guys, like, you hurt our brand when you say stuff like that. All right. Johnny, he's 24 with a 10-year-old. Right. He had a kid at 14. That's somebody who didn't learn early on to pull out. Look, you can give me all of the condom arguments you want for or against, but I'm saying if you don't want a kid, pull out or put it in a bag. And I mean like life or death, commit to it. Like before she can even take a paternity test, if you nut on the inside, it's checkout time. Like that's the kind of commitment you need to have. Or wear a bag. And at 14, I don't know, maybe this is the wrong crowd to advise us. At 14, don't have sex. There's an idea too. Legal age to watch 1-year-old is a competent 11-year-old who knows how to contact emergency numbers, says King Kong Dong. Well, there were other people. It's not like it was a broken down place. It was an inhabited restaurant with employees. 6th, says Rusty. Welcome. 6th, you may be over on Rumble, but thank you for being here. You really 6th on Rumble, or are you just 6th in the chat? Yeah, you're not 6th on Rumble. Although our numbers are lower on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Did I promote and help out that lovely Canadian lady so much that now it's detrimental to me? That would be hilarious. Sad, but hilarious. Because looking at it, we're at like, oh, dude, we're way low. 27, and now that's 37. We're at like half of what we normally are at. Uh-oh. I drove them all off being a dick. Makes sense. Makes sense. Might be time to start trying to do a new thing and grow the audience with some newer people that way. And not be a dick is always probably a good possibility. Yep. All right. So we got all those. So yeah, this guy, apparently the internet seems to be on his side about it, though. 10-year-old can watch the other kids. It's impossible to rebuild a high-trust society if this is how we treat people who actually need the assistance of said society and are willing to go on a limb to trust that people will do the right thing. This is insane. Let the man free and give him a damn job. The man is a hero, not a villain. He is trying to get a job to support his kids, and he correctly assumes that a 10-year-old can watch their siblings at a McDonald's for a few minutes while he interviews for a job across the street. All charges should be dropped immediately. Right, but like I said, the internet had that idea when it's like the guy left the kids for a few minutes. And like I said, updating to today, according to police, Chris Lewis wasn't at a job interview when he left his 3 children at a Georgia McDonald's for an hour and 42 minutes on March 22nd, though he did have an interview earlier that day. The children were left at the McDonald's from 4:30 p.m. till 6:18 when the father returned and was arrested. So again, would you leave your kids alone in a McDonald's for 2 hours if you had a 10-year-old to watch them? I believe the real heroes are the real heroes. Bold stance, smoke out prods. Bold stance, sir. You, sir, are a man of merit and character. I certainly wouldn't say such a thing, lest I be held accountable to what I've said. I'm going nuts now about the hairline thing. It's honestly, it's kind of bugging me. Like, is my hairline crooked? Like, is it? I don't think so. Was that the Mersh moment people were talking about when I was worried about losing my hair? I've been working with a guy who's going bald, and it's starting to scare me that it'll rub off. I really don't need that. If the mother was white, that means the kids are 50% more capable of all. What the heck does that even mean, Johnny Arcade? That is clearly hyperbole, possibly blatant racism, more than likely, and again, entirely inaccurate. I don't believe a shred of truth to that. The question is, was the kids fed in the McDonald's, taking them there, and not feeding them is a crime, says St. Caesar. Honestly, if they're having a fun time playing at the Play Palace, I have no idea. You're really kind of way missing the point here. I don't think the kids were pissed off that they weren't getting food if they didn't get fed. No, it's not even part of the story. Once again, king of the. But did he feed them? I mean, he left them there for 2 hours where anybody could have scooped them up, but did he feed them? Because, like, if he left them there for 2 hours and didn't buy them one order of McNuggets, that guy. Oh, boy. Anyways, as I was saying. All right, so that's that story. He, again, left them there for 2 hours, so I'm pretty sure not a job interview, not the innocent man the internet made him out to be. I started going bald and said, fuck it, and went full bald. Fighting that fight, not worth, says King Kong Dong. I don't think I'm going bald. I just think my hair has these weird growth things, and on this side, it spirals over here, and on this part, it goes way over there. And I'm trying to get it to just go straight. And if I line everything up straight, it does work out. And if I flip this up, it is a pretty solid, even hairline. So I think we're good. It's just, I don't think it's moved, really. If it really starts, like, cockeyed, like, going bald this way, like, if I start developing a bald streak up here, but we're fine here, yeah, I'll shave it or get Rogaine or whatever. But I'm not, I don't know. I look shitty bald, so I got to keep it. You had a baby, Johnny. Would you have a 10-year-old to babysit a 1-year-old? No, not a million years. In my opinion, as a parent, a 1-year-old is left in the care of somebody you know directly or yourself. Just in general, there's far too many things a 1-year-old can do that a 10-year-old's not equipped for mentally. Might freak out. Like, again, you gotta know. What if the 1-year-old's choking, you know? Smoke up broads, case closed. Right. Case closed. Like, the internet was freaking out about that. But like, they were defending the guy going, he just went across the street for a few minutes. And I was willing to defend him for the whole few minutes thing. Because maybe I wouldn't do that, but I also would find someone to watch my kids when I'm going through a job interview. It's not really a fair comparison. Oh, I was mistaken. Okay, so we're going to cover that one in a second. But yeah, I wouldn't leave my kids in the charge of a 10-year-old to watch a 1-year-old. But also, like I said, I wouldn't have 3 kids if I can't provide for. I'm one of those people who's really big on the idea that if you have 1 kid and you're having trouble taking care of it, you shouldn't have 2 more. This person clearly didn't learn their lesson. No interview, 10:15 in the morning to I'm arrested 2:15 in the afternoon. What are you talking about, Mr. Q? You might need to explain that more. Again, this guy was 4:30 to 6:18, but still, I wouldn't leave my kids alone in McDonald's. Predators are all over those places. Yeah, Wild Saffron. I would agree. Oh, Lord, Johnny, you fussing over your looks more than a teenage girl, right? It's because I'm so damn pretty. Like, I've got my teeth are fugly. I know my teeth are fucked up. I know I'm aware of my flaws, but like, dude, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, green eyes, got a nice hairline, look good in a shirt with a tie. I'd fuck me. All right, so
I'd fuck me. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me hard.
All right, no, I don't. Why? Nobody asked about it. I wasn't even aware that was a reboot. And I like the old Naked Gun movies, so no. Nope. We're good. Robin, are you at 4:30 in the afternoon? Good luck getting the job, lazy. See, you guys, like, I know you retract the messages, but I'm reading them off of the screen. So, like, Mr. Q retracted both of those messages. Just don't send them. Read it, spell check it before you send it. Not in a place to do that? Then I just wouldn't send the message. Because you redacted it, or retracted it, I should say. Either way, same thing. On the chat over here. But it's on the screen to me. So I'm just going to read Robin. Are you at 4:30 in the afternoon? Good luck getting the job, lazy. Like, again, the job interview part wasn't actually a thing. That was a lie. That was a misprint. That was a misconception of the story that aired. So I don't know. Wait, Predator is at McDonald's on my way. King Kong Dong wants to catch the Predator. I don't think they mean like the predator. I think they mean like child. Either way, bad. All right, so let's go to this video, and bam. This video, again, college professor flipping over a table set up at the college by the college Republicans of the University of Wisconsin in Eau Claire. The group reports that the professor flipped over the table. They were tabling for today's Supreme Court election, and I guess that's why this guy flipped over the table. Fortunately, we have it all covered on video. You gotta love when teachers who are part of an institution that is supposed to, 7 seconds? This whole thing happens in 7 seconds? Okay. I thought we'd have a little more than that.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, this is after. So we just see the table flipped over. How do we know he did it? We were supposed to see him flip over the table. That's literally how you titled this. You titled this story as see him flip it over. You didn't have him flip it. You just had this shit on the ground. Why can't psycho English professor and would assault college Republicans knocks over the table? Yeah, dude, you can't say he assaulted them and did all this if we have no video evidence of it. Breaking. Professor just flipped over a table, right? Chair of Republicans. The university has since confirmed that this attacker was the chair of the university's English department. What?
I'm Tatiana Bobowitz, the chair of UW Eau Claire College Republican.
Can we be clear about one thing? What is it about Republican women that most of them have to look like some form of like rabbit or badger? Like it's so, well, I would just say female politicians in general. You're so young. You're a college person. And it's just like, because you're so politically based as a person, look what it's done to you. I wouldn't fuck you with their dick.
This morning around 8:30, we had just finished setting up our table for election day when a professor came up and flipped our table in a violent attack towards us. This is unacceptable. The university has since confirmed that this attack...
Unacceptable, yes. Violent attack? What are you, a fucking snowflake? Oh, he flipped over my table. It was a violent attack. No, it was a violent protest. I'll give you the violent part. It was violent. Because the table was standing on all four legs, lucky bastard, and then he flipped it. Okay, that part was violent, but not a single person was touched. He was upset with your opinions. These tables are my corn. I saw his picture. Looks pretty queer. Come on, apprehensive squirrel girl isn't doing it for you, Johnny, says T. Jefferson. Nope, not even a little. Also, I hate Squirrel Girl. I think Squirrel Girl is the stupidest, like Squirrel Girl supplanted Iron Fist as the stupidest character in the Marvel Universe. Because, at least in the Marvel comics and stuff, Iron Fist stays in his lane. He's Daredevil level. He punches people in the face. He has the magical power of his chi. Ooh, boy. Good for you. Squirrel Girl. Not only do they not have any explanation for how she even exists, she's just she's a chick who just grew a tail and could talk to squirrels and apparently is able to defeat Thanos and other people. I'm sorry, I don't think Thanos, I don't see these villains that she beats. I don't see how they get beat by a squirrel. Because that's what she relies on. She just has squirrel pals that help her. Fuck that lady. My least favorite was the Marvel kid. Which Marvel kid? Miss Marvel or Ms. Marvel? But yeah, I don't care for her either. Ms. Marvel is the stupidest thing ever. We want to be, we designed her costume to be more reflective of how women in Muslim families dress. Right, but she's a superhero. Yeah, but we want her to be a female Muslim superhero. Right, but if she's Muslim, they wouldn't want her to be a superhero. Again, one of the biggest problems the Muslim faith would have is a lady who has more power than any man on the planet. Muslims hate that. Like overall, not every single one. I'm not saying don't base on a case by case basis, but I'm saying if you cast a broad net and look at them as a group, Muslims don't like women having any say in anything. So a female Muslim superhero is disrespectful to the Muslim religion and Muslim faith. Because again, that's got to be a dude. I think the most overrated Marvel character is that Goya. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know a character named Goya. Chavez on Doctor Strange was also ass. I don't even remember Chavez. So I mean, I'll give you that, I guess. But like I said, the problem I have with Miss Marvel is that it's so clearly a pander. It's a pander to American Muslims by going, look, we're going to give you a female Muslim character who runs around not in a hijab and only covers her eyes, lets everyone else see the rest of her face, because that's not disrespectful to her faith at all. And the whole thing of like, you want to do this to pander to a religion. That's like saying, look, we really, really want to pander to hardcore Christians. So we're making a gay superhero to pander to hardcore Christians. He's called the body of Christ. And quite frankly, he spreads his Jesus juice. And I think we covered that one already. Why did it look like the Rumble chat just moved up? Maybe I'm imagining things. Oh, the chick who could cross dimensions? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Her name was America Chavez, and she shoots out a big star to rip holes in dimensions. And the whole thing that's stupid about that is, again, that's a pander. Whether that was a comic book character or not, that's a pander to make a ethnicity seem like America. Hey, guys, America wasn't a country founded by white Protestant people. I'm sorry. We can't accept that. We can't embrace that at all. We have to blatantly stamp it on here that, no. She's an ethnicity and American and celebrated because we're not racist. We gave the wet one, you know? We gave one to the Muzzies. We're going to give one to the Jews. His power is accounting, by the way. Mr. Q, well, technically, America is 2 different continents. Right, but then why is the star... Like, again, she doesn't make a wormhole. They use the little circular wormhole thing for so many different things. They use the hexagonal teleport thing just in Guardians of the Galaxy for their dimensional rift thing. Their dimensional rift traveling faster than the speed of light shit. She's the only one that when she projects a portal, it's in the shape of a star. Literally just a big star. It makes no sense. And I think she was I don't know. Don't argue me out of this because of technically 2 different continents. It was very, I'm an idiot. And so I can say it was very blatantly. She's special, though. That's why she gets a star. What do you mean she's special? Is she literally retarded, or are you talking out your ass? In the comics, America Chavez is better. Maybe. In the comics, a lot of characters are better. In the comics, Iron Fist stays in his lane. In Marvel Rivals, the racist Chinese creators of the game made Iron Fist the most powerful character in the game. Because they're racist. Anyways, Jessica Jones and Hawkeye Lady are the only good females from all the TV shows. Jessica Jones was cool. I never watched the Hawkeye Lady thing, but either way, the new Daredevil show, damn, that's fire. I started watching it. I got hooked on the first episode, right in the beginning, and I kind of just kept going with it. And I'm enjoying it more and more. People from Central and South America absolutely consider themselves to be Americans. Yeah, that's fine. But they don't have the stars and stripes as their fucking flag. And so, again, the superhero character, America Chavez, was clearly from alternate America. She doesn't speak Spanish the whole time, does she? She doesn't even have an accent. And she again, it's not that people in the other continents can't consider themselves Americans. It's that none of them, I think, would name... You know what? Here in Venezuela, we want to name our daughter America. Like, no, again, that wasn't a thing. Yeah, but Iron Fist in the comics, you hate because he's white. Oh, I just hate Danny Rand. There's several Iron Fists in the comics and in general. That's why the one that's in Marvel Rivals is the one that's in Marvel Rivals, because he's a different Iron Fist. In the comics, she speaks Spanish, usually for swearing. Right. She speaks Spanish. Plenty of people are raised in this country are bilingual because their heritage is another ethnicity, and they have that. Like, again, the problem was the imagery and everything screams USA. All right? USA. So it's as if they named her United States of America Chavez, because, again, they subtly nod to that throughout the whole thing. But the starfish portal sounds satanic. Again, it's not a starfish. If it were rounded off, I could give you starfish portal, and I could justify that because that's roughly the shape of a person. But instead, it's hard line, perfect 5-point star. Why? Mr. Q, I'm bilingual and dumb. And on that, we agree. Hey, you know what we haven't finished? The last 3 seconds of this lady's rant.
Was the chair of the university's English department.
Right. This snowflake, and I'm gonna be clear about this because I've been on the left for this shit, so I'm gonna be on the right of it. This pander ass snowflake is gonna get that guy fired by playing up the attack. He didn't agree with you politically. He lost his top, made an ass of himself, and flipped a fucking table. Stop being a goddamn baby, you Republican chair lady. Weren't the Republican people the ones screaming, we need to stop cancel culture. We need to stop this. We need to stop that. And now you've got this guy. I bet you want him canceled. You want him fired because he flipped your table. Look, the flipping the table part, not okay. Aggressive, yes, but it's not an assault. Oh, we were assaulted. Why? Did you get hit in the tit with one of your buttons? Fuck off. I am terrified of this happening, by the way, because it seems to be happening more and more, which is why I didn't pick a side back on the election stuff. I'm like, people are leaning rightwards more. How much you want to bet the right gets super fucking butthurt about everything? And when Tim Walz called that out, I was yelling at him. I was yelling at Tim Walz, you can't use that shit. That's what you guys do. Smoke Up Rod's cancel culture. He's not an entertainer. He's a professor. It's called being fired. I mean, yes, but they want him fired. And they're, like I said, if she just came out and said, hey, we were doing this, he flipped the table, it was disrespectful, it was a very aggressive act, we did not feel safe at the time. But the 7-second video clip I played was a table laying on the floor. We don't see who flipped it. It's just her going, yeah, flip the table. The table got flipped over. So that means two things to me. That means he did not have an altercation that sped up. He came up and he just flipped the fucking table. And then he walked away. I don't even know that we see him in the video. And in today's day and age, the minute shit pops off, the first thing everybody does is, better film. So I guarantee you that he wasn't there long enough to get caught. If he wasn't there long enough to get caught on film, he wasn't there long enough for you to feel threatened, Missy. But good God, will you play the same stupid bullshit you call out your opponents for every time they do it? Regular ass people get canceled nowadays. Yay, social media. I didn't hear the story or see it, but yeah, says Brian the Science. Because Johnny said so. Damn right, smoking prods. Smoked out prods. Like I said, he probably will get fired. I don't like the charged language that they're using. I don't like the pointed way they're doing it. I think Johnny wants to date this girl. Good God, no. The nicest compliment somebody had is they referred to her as Squirrel Girl. And the only thing that's remotely attractive about Squirrel Girl is her high-capacity nut storage. But that's not really something that interests me. I'm not a blowy guy. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Speaking of what are you going to do, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but Alucard is back at his usual habit. Nah, buddy, let him know what you knew, what you need. Oh, we good now? Nope. Come on, I don't even think you're pinging the mic. You can give us more than that, Al. Scream like you're effing his face. All right, we're going to do it this way. All right, Alucard, fucking let him know. Let him hear you. What a never on demand. I tell you, it's like it's his plan. Dick. All right. She should grab. She looks like she's about to grab some nuts. Them some big old nuts. Let me tell you that. Clip that, says King Kong Tong. Clip what? But do. All right. Never mind. That dog face also has high nut capacity. Alucard's neutered, so. He's shooting blanks. Probably a little generous, Labby. I was thinking 62. What? What is Lab Glass saying? 68 at Rusty Grammar. What? I ain't getting fired, Johnny. He ain't getting fired, Johnny. He's the head of the English department. He's very tenured. Lab Glass, but this is, again, they're aiming the conversation as he assaulted them, and they felt assaulted. They're saying that they were assaulted by him. And I think that is, Johnny is lit up today. A little bit. Wild Saffron and MSO. Glad you guys are here. Yeah, she's unfixable. But yeah, so I mean, maybe his 10-year will save him, maybe not. Like I said, the problem I have is the assault thing. You know you weren't assaulted. Dick move, made a mess, absolutely aggressive act. But to say you were aggressively assaulted, that's some charged language shit. That is some very charged language shit. And like I said, I've been bitching about that from one side of the pond for the last 3 or 4 years. Now I'm seeing it over here. I'm calling it out because I called it out over there because it wasn't okay. So it's not okay over here. Don't you pull that bullshit. I'm not talking to you. Assaulted. Yes, she was assaulted. Would have been better if she was assaulted and peppered. Yeah, she's exaggerating, but I don't think you can make a blanket rule that anyone who sets up a table outside can have it flipped over. I don't think there is a blanket rule that you can have your table flipped over. I'm just saying, in general, claiming you were assaulted is a bit much. Like I said, call it an aggressive act. Call it an aggressive protest. Say you didn't feel safe. But the idea that he actually assaulted you, I don't know. Like, and to make that pattern, we were assaulted? No, you weren't. You were, again, you were interrupted, but not assaulted. Aggressively interrupted. All right, so moving from one totally awesome person to another, I really I want to see these people practice what they preach. When someone goes out and puts an idea on the internet that can literally end lives, literally your idea is to end lives. When that's your call to action thing on the internet, I kind of feel like you need to do something about that person. That shouldn't be okay. So we have again, and it's a TikToker influencer. A TikToker calls to shoot ICE agents if you see them. Is he in America? You better not be in America. It looks like he might be. I assumed you were like in Saudi Arabia or something. But that looks like very American clothing.
Shoot at ICE agents on site. That's right. If ICE agents are trying to take you or a loved one, shoot them on site. The way they're pulling up, with masks on, with unmarked vehicles, no...
All right. Can we find some proof of that? Because you just came in here with that. Are they doing that? Also, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but the illegal immigrants came in here without uniforms or proper identification either. So it's a little shameful for you to be like, they have to die for that. But the other people got to come here and get a free ticket in a hotel room? That's not very equitable, sir. Let me tell you what equity is. We need to treat the ICE agents exactly like we treated the illegal immigrants. They get 4 years to come in here and do whatever the fuck they want without any government oversight or anyone giving a shit, because that's what happened for the last 4 years. So we'll do that. And people like you that call for them to get shot on sight, how about we deport your ass? I know my IQ is well into the triple digits, but I still enjoy triggering the libs, owning the onions, and busting the Baldo washers online, so I have to deduct points for stooping to their level. This dude is totally not legal, right? Anybody who went through all of the bullshit, and there are so many people who do, and that's the other problem with this. This shit shames every person who goes the right way to become an American citizen in this country that wasn't nationalized or born here naturally, like a naturalized citizen or whatever. All of those people. So, yeah, no, like that's very bold of you to tell other people to get guns. You know what you should do as an illegal immigrant? Get guns and shoot ISIS agents or shoot ICE agents on site. ISIS? Fuck. We need to stop using organizations that have the same names. ICE agents, ISIS, IC, but fuck off. I can't understand what this guy is saying. I don't speak sand. Well, that's why the subtitles are here. For those of you that have too much racial bias blocking your ears, you can read the subtitles at the bottom. I'm sorry, are you not able to read, Los Federales? Because I get you can't understand what this guy is saying. His accent's too heavy and your bigotry gets in the way. But if you brush all that aside for a minute, subtitles. See, like, I get annoyed with him, and I get upset, and my bigotry gets in the way when he calls for other people to shoot other people. I'm like, you guys always want to do that. You always want your friends to strap on the bomb vest. You always want people to do that. You always want the ladies to be subservient to you. You want the ladies to sacrifice their clitoris so they don't become whores, so you can keep your society from devolving into sexual degeneracy. And looking at how things have gone on the other side of the fence, I can't say you have the wrong idea, but I can say the implementation is off. I feel like we need more equity. How about we start decapitating every dick? Every Muslim moves. Just an idea. I mean, if women aren't supposed to enjoy sex, why should you? And fuck this guy.
Badge, no nothing. It could be anybody. It can be gang members. You have every right to shoot at them.
It could be gang members. Again, none of this that I know is true. He's operating on the narrative that ICE agents just show up without... and by the way, I'm pretty sure ICE agents don't show up without identification, because we've had a bunch of influencers going online reporting when they see ICE agents. So either ICE agents stopped identifying themselves because they were getting called out while they were trying to do their work, or they are identifying themselves. Thank God Johnny's stream KBS just plummeted. What? Love me some ethnicity, but it has to be legal, says Jimmy Libs. Oh, did the fucking KBS do a dive again? What were we at there? We dropped to 3. We dropped by half. Did this linguini leg motherfucker just call me out? What in the quad fuckery is going on here? What are you talking about? Falling the Great. Johnny, shut your whore mouth about Squirrel Girl. Wow, some of you are really defensive of Squirrel Girl. You guys got a weird, let me guess. You don't want to admit you're a furry, so she's just close enough to toe the line. Am I right? Love me some ethnicity, but it has to be legal. Thank God Johnny Stream gave me. Gay members. What? Sorry, I was behind in the chat. Says Falling Great. I mean, maybe. Now that I have his attention, Johnny, please don't flip a table. You will get charged for assault. Maybe not battery, but yes, assault. Dude, I can't flip a table, especially if there's shit on it. Like, dude, you put a regular paperweight on the table and it's already too much for me. Just had a raid up here. They arrived in unmarked vehicles and all were in full masks and had vests that read police. Right. Because they're not going to come up to you as just random people. They're going to be identified as police. And what this guy is asking for will lead people to getting shot, whether they believe ICE agents or illegal immigrants. And if you're an illegal immigrant in risk of getting deported, they don't let you stay because you stood your ground. Plus, how are you going to get a gun if you're a criminal? Isn't that why we need all the gun laws? So we can keep the guns out of the hands of criminals? Did our KBS dip again? Or is it someone might be behind? I'm watching it. It's up high right now. All right. Squirrel Girl killed Deadpool in the comics. Just saying. Another reason why Squirrel Girl's lame, gay, overrated, and entirely... Yeah, you can do anything if the writers write it that way. Deadpool killed the entire Marvel universe and the literary universe in the Deadpool minibus. So, I mean, it's all about which story you want to read. Frankly, it's better that they wear masks. The left will find where they live if they don't. Brian. I thought you knew. The left are the people that don't wage violence the minute they don't get their way. All right. Deadpool is the best as King Kong Dog. I don't know about Deadpool is the best. He's my favorite character, but again, Squirrel Girl beating Deadpool. She has 0 regeneration capability, and she's armed with squirrels. I don't know. So Ice wasn't saying, hey, we're Ice. As for guns, you can get them from the vending machine at the local high school, says T. Jefferson. All right. We have hopefully 2.5 hours left in the show. Let me double check this to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Don't think I am. But usually when I pull these up and I say that, I end up being wrong. So I will make sure. Boop, and we're good. And boop, and I believe we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. All right, so 10 left in the show. We'll end at 4. Otherwise, we go till 4:30 if we make that last 10. Rumble might, or YouTube might have it. We'll check it. YouTube at left. Jeff the Shark is the worst character. I mean, what do you mean? Like, is he in the comic books? I don't know why he's the worst character. They have a whole bunch of weird animals in that show. I don't know. There was a girl in our neighborhood called Squirrel, but she got that name from hiding loads of crack rock. You learn so many amazing things. Okay. I think we'll go moving on here. All right, we got that done. Do I want to talk about this one? I think I do. Ooh, yes, I do. Okay, that was just a ripoff. Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe was first. Right, but it was also completely unrealistic because the Punisher, while powerful, is just somebody who shoots people. Like, Green Arrow, technically, is more of a badass than the Punisher. But overall, like, Hawkeye's, in a way, more of a badass than the Punisher. At least people trust Hawkeye. Like, the Punisher, skull chest and everything, he's got a rep as not someone who's going to talk it out. And if you get him, you get him. The whole thing with Deadpool is, if you kill him, he just comes back. And he keeps trying till it works. Jeff the Shark is awesome, says T. Jefferson. But now are we arguing the Marvel games or the cinematic universe or just Marvel in general? Punisher would kill the fuck out of Squirrel Girl. That I agree with. Punisher would kill the fuck out of Squirrel Girl. Because, again, her superpower is talking to squirrels. Season 2 Rivals trailer just dropped. When word of my superhero comes in, that's when I'll get super amped for Rivals. I enjoy playing it. I'll continue playing it. There was a raid at our local Jenny O Turkey. They came in with Ice Ice Baby on loudspeakers. Right, they're kind of, thank you for the dollar, Chevy JB. They're kind of announcing their presence, which is the other reason I'm pissed at that guy's video. Saying to fight ICE agents if they come up to you, and then saying that they don't identify who they are and they could be anybody as some sort of justification is just saying, no, rise up and defend yourself. But again, if you're an illegal immigrant, how are you supposed to get the gun? Punisher's badass. Jeff the Land Shark rules in general. I don't know. Jeff the Land Shark reminds me too much of Street Sharks. That's why I both love and can't care for him. I'm like, whatever. Fun character. Ultron is the new character. Should have been Deadpool, says St. Caesar. No, I'll say this. Ultron has been... Oh, wait, Ultron. No, wait. No, I was thinking of Galacticus. Because didn't they do, like, Galacticat? Or whatever her fucking name is. Anyways, they gender bended her to make everyone happy. Look, it's a woke character. It's no longer a guy. It's a girl. So, yeah, Galacticus was supposed to... Yeah, so, I don't know. Ultron? Whatever. I will say that to launch the game with a Wolverine and Deadpool costume and a trailer thing and everything that's very Wolverine and Deadpool, and they have a stamp that's like half of a friendship locket that's Wolverine, like the other half will be with Deadpool. When are we going to get fucking Deadpool? You should have released it with Deadpool in it. Oh, shit, I forgot about Street Sharks. Right? Street Sharks was the shit. Street Sharks was fun. That's why I love Jeff the Land Shark. He reminds me of Street Sharks. Every time he jumps into the ground, he reminds me of Street Sharks. And my daughter loves Jeff the Shark. She can't get enough of Jeff the Shark. And whenever she plays the game, she's like, I want to be number one party shark. And I love her too much. So I'm like, Jeff the Shark's her character. I gotta love her. I gotta love him because it's her character. All right, so we've got this story over here. What was the outnumbered? What was the deal with this? Oh, yes, the California traffic tickets. For those of you who lack anything.
Gavin Newsom, where how much you pay for a speeding ticket depends on who you are. And it's all in the name of equity. On its website, the City Transportation Authority goes out of its way to explain that speed safety cameras will be dispersed across San Francisco in a, quote, equitable fashion. But not everyone will have to pay the same if they get a ticket. Get this. Low-income offenders qualify for steep fine discounts, guys, up to half off. And if you're homeless but speeding in your vehicle, you can get up to 80% discount. Jerry,
hold on. You can afford to keep your car going, but you don't have a home? What? I kind of like this. I like the idea that we base it on the income brackets, because that's at least, because then it's, how does Squirrel Girl watch TV? On Netflix. Correctamundo. My Deadpool Magic cards will be here next week. Nice. Street Sharks were just a cheap knockoff of DR's original King Shark. I don't know who DR is. Anyways, Street Sharks was fun. I don't care. Or does he mean DC? But CNR are nowhere near. Yeah, I don't even know.
Just one of the many problems I have with this. The reason for this program, for the speed cameras, was reportedly...
One of the many problems I have with this. Yeah, you have the 80% off problem because you can't afford your tickets and you won't get a discount because you make a lot of money being a talking head on Fox News. But my big question is, do you live in San Francisco? So then why do you have a problem with it? I think the thing's dumb. I think the program's stupid. But come on. Street Sharks was a bad cartoon and a crap comic. You shut your whore mouth, Mr. Q. That's a bannable offense. Don't you talk crap about my Street Sharks.
Because of high injury areas, meaning where pedestrians have been hit and killed. So since all lives are equal, why are we giving discounts on speeding tickets when everyone should understand how serious it is to drive safely where people have died?
Because let me answer that one for you. Let me answer that one for you. Because a dumb cunt like you could speed through an area and pay a $200 ticket without a problem, and a homeless person can't. I understand the idea, and we can talk about how the scale's off or how homeless people get an 80% discount, whatever. But I have zero problem with the idea that rich people, like, here's where I'm fine with it. Don't lower the rates for the lowest income brackets. Just start jacking them up for the higher income brackets. Start making a cool couple $1,000s because some rich asshole like the lady on this screen is speeding through an area. Aren't all lives equitable? Right. But we're not talking about hit and runs. We're talking about speeding. You can do a hit and run under the speed limit. Why are you using hit and runs as your argument against the law about speeding? Speeding and hit and runs are similar, don't necessarily have to be related. So, yeah, I mean, look, I don't like that we're just, we're going to discount it on the lower end. I'm saying make it unaffordable for everybody, if that's your take, ma'am. If that's your take, make it unaffordable for everybody.
Died.
I couldn't believe this when I read this. I was like,
I can't do this. Again, you guys switched to speeders get a 52% discount. Nothing about this is like, yeah, but you're allowed to hit people. Oh, all right. Anyhow, so let's ditch that. That's dumb. I was getting into it and I just couldn't stand it. It's stupid. Like ironically, look, I can't deny, I think that's actually a good idea. I think pay scale for tickets based on what you make good idea. But I'm not saying that we need to discount people on the lower end. I'm saying there are far, far, far too many people for far, far too long who looked at these things like just minor inconveniences. The problem with a speeding ticket is that I have to pay it. It takes time out of my day. Like, fuck those people. Damn, Johnny's spicy today. Someone get Digger in here to cool him down a little, says T. Jefferson. New boot goofing. Nah, it's fine, dude. You could say that seriously. I don't give a shit. Now, Biker Mice from Mars is an awesome comic and was a good cartoon. Mad Max Mardigan, do you want me to fucking hate you? You realize what that is, right? Because they're mice. Let me guess, they have really long noses. You know who they're talking about. Greedy little... You know what? Just for that, I gotta go down memory lane for a minute. Let's go to YouTube. I'm tired of having to defend my shit. I'm gonna make y'all respect it. Where is it at? Oh no. Let's do Street Sharks intro. Street Sharks animated series intro. This is the best shit. Pure, unadulterated, early kid crap. Nerp. I'm only fucking fighting for this as hard as I am because I had a Street Sharks doll, like, action figure. They swim through the pavement. Why? Half shark, half man. They collected a biker gang and they turned them... Why? Dude, they dragged a person with them through the pavement. Swimming through the fucking pavement. Samurai Pizza Cats was better. Oh, you eat a dick, Saint Ren. Johnny, you look great. I know, Waver. Thank you very much. Private science. Nah, Johnny's crashing out like a super saturated salt solution. What do you mean I'm crashing out like a super saturated salt solution? Are you saying I'm spicy? No. Is that the mud shark? No. This is not the mud shark. That's a catfish. Cat dog was the best. Get fucked everyone's King Kong dog. Samurai Pizza Cats. T. Jefferson, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Again, biker gang, sharks can swim through the street and bring people with them. You realize that guy would be dead. That guy would be dead. That dude would be dead. That dude would be dead. How do you control whether you're in the ground or like just because you're a shark doesn't mean you can swim through asphalt. What gives them that amazing ability? How do you breathe? They're jawsome. It was so corny and bad. All right. I still love it. I don't care. Street Sharks sold meth. Probably. Actually, no. I guarantee you they didn't sell meth, Mr. Q. They wouldn't have any teeth. All right, let's go and get, what was it? Samurai. Again, this is solely because someone doesn't know about Samurai Pizza Cats. Solely because someone doesn't know about that.
Will somebody please cue that fight?
Samurai Pizza Cats.
Oh yeah!
Who do you call when you want some pepperoni? Samurai Pizza Cats.
Right on!
They're stamping out crime, and you know that ain't baloney. They're Speedy Cerviche, he's the leader of the bunch.
That's right.
A heck of a fighter, makes a heck of a lunch. And little Polyester, who's never afraid of going into battle when the bad guys invade. Here's Guido Anchovy, a wild romantic rover. This cat gets down with a love hangover.
So this guy's just looking for pussy. Samurai Pizza Cats. King Kong Dong, what the shit is this? This is Samurai Pizza Cats. We started this LMFAO, Sharks on Motorcycles. Right, Wild Saffron. That's why it was so awesome, because it was so stupid, outrageous, and crappy and corny. It was so bad it was good. Sharks swimming through the street and riding motorcycles, because they are a biker gang of half men, half sharks. And absolutely nothing about the story ever, at any point, explained how they have the ability to just dive into and swim through asphalt like it's water. Bullshit. Waver, hit like, sharks trigger me. I mean, go for it. What the actual fuck, says T. Jefferson. What the actual fuck? Samurai Pizza Cats.
They're so bad, they've got more fur than any turtle ever had.
Turtles don't have fur.
Rocker than dirty.
Who is it that said this beat out Street Sharks?
Don't hurt me. They're fighting crime all over town. 3, 2, 1. Pizza cats are on the run. The big cheese of the villain, who's lower than low. It's a rotten shame he lives in Little Tokyo.
Yeah, I can't keep going. I can't keep going. Samurai Pizza Cats is hurting me. T. Jefferson, it was so bad it was jawsome. Exactly. It was jawsome. Saint Aren. Saint Aren. All of you who don't know what you just saw, you can say thank you to Saint Aren. He's the one, or she, is the one that said Samurai Pizza Cats was better. Fuck you, Saint Aren. Fuck you. Samurai fucking Pizza Cats. Every generation has shame. We had simple minds. Okay. Samurai Pizza Cats. All right, so that's the San Francisco thing. We're done with that. Study confirms women have better hearing than men. You know what? We'll save this for later. Let's go to this one. We are at 2:30. We just about 2:30. We have my favorite was also the remix of DuckTales as King Kong Dong. You mean the remake of DuckTales? Like the remake of DuckTales that recently came out? Samurai Pizza Cats are less jawsome, says T. Jefferson. So, taxpayers, millions tearing up roads. For the power of Grayskull, He-Man. That's not surprising. You're really old. 2:25. So we have, what is it, about 2 hours left in the program? I'm assuming we're going to kick that 10 out. Like, we're just going to ride it out. We're just going to see if we go. Just go till 4:30 trying to make that hit. And then if it doesn't, might just reevaluate the finances. Because we've gotten to this point with everything being paid for, accounted for. So if we account for the stuff that we haven't accounted for already, it would still just knock the goal forward. So Street Sharks cost taxpayers millions. Yeah, that's what we said. I agreed. That's why it was hilarious. Because, again, they have to fix those streets. Like, if you were a person who ran a city and you had the Street Sharks, they were a public fucking menace because they just kept ripping up the roads everywhere they go. And, again, nothing explains why they have that ability. He's a shark out of water, so you should be able to swim through the roads. Teenage Mutant Ninja Hungarians with jobs. T. Jefferson, hey, fuck you, spaghetti legs. He-Man doesn't mean you're old, shakes Walker at you. He-Man is just wish fulfillment for every man who's getting cucked out in his relationship. He just wants to look at his wife and scream, I have the power! That's what it is. That's what it is. We had Land of the Lost, and that weird witchy poo chick. My childhood shows look like acid trips. Land of the Lost. I'm thinking of Land Before Time. I don't know about Land of the Lost or Witchy Poo. Sounds weird. Sounds incredibly weird. I don't know anything about it, but it sounds incredibly weird. Let's go to this video. People are playing tic-tac-toe with layups at an Atlanta Hawks game, and apparently one person had to be taken out in a stretcher because he hurt himself doing it. So we're going to go to somebody's recording. How do people do the people just record this on TV hoping it's a thing? Or did somebody know this moment happened and they went and found it and they recorded it with their phone? Because I can't believe we can't get an actual thing. He-Man is just Superman repackaged, says Saint Aren. I always hated Superman. Superman was a Mary Sue. At least He-Man had to get the sword and claim the powers of Grayskull. Like, he had to get it. Other people could. Other people did. But if He-Man did it, then woo. I don't know what you're talking about, Wild Saffron. I'm going to take it on faith. Land of Lakes. Land of the Lost was crazy. Sleet Stacks were creepy. Kimberly Gargoyle. Says Magic 8 Ball. I don't know where to... Is that who this is? I don't know. Anyway, so they're playing tic-tac-toe with basketballs. They look to be Hawks fans in Atlanta. And I guess there's like a prize for this. Let's see what happens here. We've got this video going. We're running for another, hopefully, 2 hours. I think we're doing 2 hours. Because in about an hour and a half, we're going to check where the goal thing seems like it's sitting. And with what we already had on Twitch earlier before we started the show, we're going to be at least 5 in. If not, if we get close to that 10 or mostly bank it out, we can just move on. And we'll see how we do. Tomorrow, again, our last Friday with the studio sponsor, The Science. Next Friday will be another Digger Johnny party show where we try to rustle up the big bucks, and we always count those in anyway, so we might as well just start doing it, really, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, too. So we're going to go with it tomorrow with the 65, and if we hit the 65, we'll go till 4:30. But if we don't hit the 65, we'll just end it at 4. But either way, I think this weekend we're going to just roll over and start direct counting every donation we get, including that $1, just adding it to the tally and subtracting it from the goal and keeping track of this damn shit up to the minute for you guys, the contributing fans. Let's go ahead and hit play on this and check out this game.
And then they are ready for this five-ball change tic-tac-toe game.
Now, I've been warned about what's going to happen here. I need to...
They have to make a layup in order to get a game piece. Once they grab their game piece, they'll place it on the board, and the first to get all 5 game pieces or tic-tac-toe will be our winner. So, James, Daz, are you ready? All right, then tic-tac, go!
Oh, it happened fast. Oh, it happened fast. Oh, my Lord, I expected it to be longer than that. Oh, dear Lord, he twisted his leg and tore his ACL, and it happened so quick.
Will be our winner. So, James,
let's see the takeoff, and then we're going to move it to slow. Brian the Science, oof, right? He-Man could beat the shit out of Superman as easy as Shazam because He-Man's powers are mystically bestowed upon him. Says Mad Max Mardigan. Again, that's why I say Superman's he's a Mary Sue. He's just an average guy living an average life, but thanks to nothing involved to do with him at all, he has magical powers more than anyone else. So he can do anything. Nothing can hurt him. And by the way, I don't think He-Man is invincible in any way, shape, or form. He's just stronger. And he fights with a sword. Does he have laser beam eyes? Does he have laser beam eyes and icy cool breath? Los Federales, I'm going to just leave that there. Superman has a dork haircut, right? And they still haven't dropped that whole having to get into a telephone booth to change thing. Never wears a mask because that's not part of the gig. Even though in today's day and age, glasses don't disguise make. The only reason glasses ever worked as a disguise is because when Superman was invented, you literally didn't have contacts. It was glasses or you couldn't fucking see. Who would win, He-Man or the Thundercats? I have no idea, but the Thundercats will probably at the very least get a few licks in. All right, up. Now we're going to switch this just a bit. She has to get all funky when the music starts playing. Go! And I'm going to shake it. Right? You're just a good old girl. Just a good old boy. Oh, wait. We have to view it on X to slow it down?
And then they are ready
all
for
right.
this five-ball change tic-tac-toe game. Now, this is a basketball game, so we had to add some basketball in it. They have to make a layup in order.
Oh, wait. Hold on. All right. Here we go. Oh, his leg completely collapsed, slipped, and then Oh! Oh! Oh, he hyperextended it on the way down. Did you see the way it kicked out there? That was completely autonomic. That was not anything he had to do. Thundercats all the way. Lion-O is the apex. Well, Lion-O does love to do blow with his friends, according to what I saw about Thundercats when I was older. Nobody else remembers the Thundercats thing with... Right. All right, so that's how he took it. He really didn't. He did not do well. All right, let's go back to full speed. Boom. He completely tore his ACL. Taken out in a stretcher. They got people checking on him. Now, if you heard that happening, you heard the other lady scream out, do you slow it up a bit? Let the guy catch up. Prince Adam, He-Man, Clark, Superman, same thing, kept their secret, but somehow they both look the same except an article of clothing. It's not that doesn't make them the same. Again, Superman utterly invincible to anything except the one thing that is storyline-wise designed to be the only weakness he possibly could have. Just because he moved planets. Superman was written at a time that we didn't understand a lot about the world around us, and they never updated it. It is the same. No, it isn't.
Oh, man.
Plus, does anyone actually believe that He-Man and Prince Adam aren't the same person? I think it's pretty well established that we all know He-Man and Prince Adam are the same person. He works with a group of people who know he's Prince Adam and He-Man. Superman's also weak to Doomsday's fists. Why are they made out of kryptonite? Because that's his only weakness. Yeah, but there are like 40 types of kryptonite now, says T. Jefferson. Superman also has a secret weakness for cake. His father, the king, didn't know. Well, so He-Man has a black dad. Big deal. Kryptonite was code for pussy, right?
Fair game at this point.
It's a fair game at this point? It's not a fair game. Oh, wait. She's saying it's not a fair game at this point. She's not saying it is a fair game. She's saying it's not a fair game.
At this point. It's not really a fair game at this point.
Right? He just has to make the layups and not die. Do we follow him through the rest of this? We got another, 30 seconds. Do they call it, or do they just let him go?
James! Can you just be kind and come over here with me and check on James? Dog, Des, we know you won, but okay. Turn around. Okay, we gonna check on him, but...
We're going to check on him, but clearly he's hurting a lot more than we want, and you're going to win this. Rambo would fuck them all up, says Chevy JB. No, he wouldn't. Rambo would be sitting in the woods, pissing himself, having a bout of PTSD. Right? I don't have a fucking dog or pony in this race. I'm not really much of a DC guy, but I don't know. All right, whatever. So there we go. We're done with that. That guy, again, taken out in a stretcher. She's just like, damn, don't you at least want to check on this guy? Wait, never mind, we're not doing that. Like, she immediately saw, oh, that's not going to go well. Better not. T. Jefferson. Doomsday's bony protrusions are sharp enough to cut even Superman. Every time you hit Doomsday, you make him more dangerous. So then why doesn't Superman use his ability to move faster than the Flash, or his ability to shoot laser eyes, or his icy breath, or to fly, or to reverse time, or his super strength, or his giant dick, or his armies of simps that will never say he sucks? Why doesn't he use any of those things to beat Doomsday and just not punch him? Laser off his arms, and he's not a problem. I'm triggering fucking comic book people. He tried most of that. It all failed. So, Doomsday is even more of a Mary Sue than Superman. So then what's Doomsday's weakness? Does he not have one? Or is there a special kryptonite for him too? Wow, even more gay than Superman are the villains who are more powerful than Superman. Crazy. Never would have guessed. Never would have guessed. All right, that's the Atlanta Falcons thing. Hey, everybody, we're halfway through the second hour. We just got done with the first hour stories. We're going through this, going through the second hour stuff and the third hour. Dawn of Justice Doomsday fight was shorter and not destructive enough. Superman not dying with true meaning. But Doomsday was created to cover for the fact they couldn't marry Lois and Clark in the comics because of a TV show. T. Jefferson, that makes the character even more retarded. What do you mean they couldn't marry Lois and Clark because of the comics, in the comics because of a TV show? That seems weird. Because then they'd have to marry Lois and Clark in the TV show and the actress wasn't for it? Like, I makes zero sense. Again, this is where, like, defending comic books gets lame to me. I like the comic book stuff I read, and then after that, like, even if they make Squirrel Girl beat Deadpool, they'll keep making Deadpool comics. He doesn't actually die. We retcon everything that we don't want to deal with. All right, we've got a collection of videos. We've got an NYPD officer really not being aware of his surroundings, let's say. We've got a man who has some interesting thoughts about drugs, and you won't believe why he has the thoughts he has. We have we have a Joe Rogan take that I love and we'll talk about. We've got a vandal getting caught vandalizing a Tesla and really retracting their statements really quick. And then we have a story about some thieves who may have stolen, thieves hijacked 80,000 pounds of meat from a Tennessee packing plant. We'll talk about that story. I'm sure none of you have thoughts as to who the thieves are. And she said she'd join us when she got done with her show, so maybe Superman shoots a load like a shotgun. So how does that come back to the TV show Preventive? Did Superman take somebody down by blasting a load into them and shooting them down? Because they would be ahead of the storyline of the show. That was also 30 years ago. And the multiverse idea hadn't permeated the entire industry then. Sorry for comic spurging, says T. Jefferson. I don't care. Comic spurg all you want. I think comic books overall, as a medium, fun, entertaining. I think people go, no, but according to the comic books, everything and nothing happens because, again, they write it and then they rewrite it and then they retcon it and then they rewrite it and then they make a new, like, they just do everything. Like, people are like, well, Squirrel Girl killed Deadpool. Well, technically, Deadpool killed Squirrel Girl first. Well, that's really just a steal of the idea that the Punisher killed everybody. Right, but they never stopped making the comics. After the Punisher killed every Marvel hero and villain in the universe, the Punisher and all the comic books don't stop. They just keep going. Damn it, John, there goes the produce for the month. The produce? I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Whatever, Saint Caesar. Let's go to this. Leave the study confirms thing for when Digger gets here if she does show up. She said she might when she's done with her reading stream, which is still going, and she's got a nice little audience over there. I'm gonna give her a little thumbs up. All righty, so there we go. A little comment in her chat. I'm gonna see if she gets it. Ooh, let's be lame and gay and stream snipe. Let's stream snipe for a second. Not for a while.
Diminish
I'm just gonna see if she gets the comment.
Freedom in favor
Are you just
of
gonna read?
thinking,
You're not even gonna look
which
at the
is
screen.
tantamount to know.
You're not
to
even
no
gonna
thinking.
look at the screen. Oh wait.
Hello, Johnny. How you doing? Are you done early?
No, not even
you
a little.
Not be
Not even a
skipping
little.
your
She's
screen
gonna
there.
look over at me and she's gonna see me
I'll
watching
be
her.
there soon.
Yeah, see, no, she knows.
All
I'm
these
tortured.
indirect threats diminish individual freedom in favor.
I'm such a dick. All right, the Doomsday series was originally created because Image Comics were killing Marvel and DC, so they wanted to kill all the original heroes and create new ones, but no one did. Right, Max Mardigan. And let me tell you, DC is riddled with this problem. If DC would have stuck to that idea, they would have retained more people and gained more people than they would have lost in the long term. Because people like me would start going, oh, these guys, like, they're writing comics, they're telling stories, they're stories. They're not like, we're telling stories to satiate you right now, and they're just going to go, no, it didn't happen. We're going to rewrite it. We're going to completely ignore that we did it. That's where I lost with comics, where I'm like, fuck it. They mean nothing. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe was made before Squirrel Girl was a thing. He never killed Squirrel Girl. She rules all. Mr. Q, then that means Deadpool killed the Marvel Universe before Squirrel Girl could become a thing, because he killed the universe and the creators outside of it. It wasn't even the universe. It was the literary universe and then the authors of all literary works. So literally, Deadpool killed all literary works of any kind, so Squirrel Girl can't exist by that definition, which is why the fact that I can legit make that argument, which is why anyone who goes, oh, but Squirrel Girl, fuck off. Squirrel Girl was written to be as badass as she is because, again, she's the stupidest thing I've seen. Steel with Shaq. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. Wild Saffron saying, it would be funny, ironically, if there was a Tyson plant that got robbed, since they fired all the union workers a year ago and hired illegals. The illegals cased the joint and stole the inventory. Wild Saffron, that would be hilarious. I don't know if that's the deal. We'll look into all of that in a bit. Thank you, Mr. Q, for that info. If Wolverine fucked Squirrel Girl, he would claw her back. Would he claw her back? What the fuck are you talking? Would he claw her back? Oh, speaking of weird things, one of the things the comics don't do that the comic books, or that the series never does, is the whole, like, Wolverine's claws don't always come out perfectly like they do in the movies. Like, some of them, sometimes if he's not careful, they'll come out, like, he'll have his fist up, they'll come out through his palm. Like, oh, God, the whole thing. The whole thing about it was rough. All right, so let's get over to this one. I imagine this is going to be a meme thing for a while. If you haven't heard about it, you're about to. It's only 17 seconds long. But firefighters were dispatched to a burning house. And that happens. Oh, wait, let's hold on. No, Doomsday was literally created because they couldn't do the storyline they wanted to. That then cascaded into killing other heroes, like Mardigan says. Hey, Johnny. Hey, chat, says Lexi. Hey, Lexi, good to see you. Good to see you. Mad Max Mardigan, Wolverine fucking Squirrel Girl is what gave you Badger. You mean Rocket Raccoon? I just watched the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 movie yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I just watched that movie yesterday. That thing punches you in the gut so hard if you get tore up seeing, like, anthropomorphized animals having hard times and suffering. Oh, fuck, does that movie kick you in the dick? It is Autism Awareness Month, so congratulations, Johnny, and be thankful for me. No, I refuse. Honey Badger rules. Yeah, Honey Badger don't fuck around. Anyway, so let's go to this clip. The clip we're about to play, again, firefighters dispatched to a burning house to put out the fire. So naturally, you want police officers to help, literally police the scene and keep it orderly, keep people from interfering with the firefighters, all that sort of thing. But I don't think a lot of people turned out for this one, so the cop had some free time on his hands. How do you spend your free time? He's just doing some layups. Oh, he missed. Oh, he missed, and the house is still burnt. I mean, don't worry if everybody's safe. Don't worry if you can help. Just fuck around. Like, just throw that. Oh, you didn't make it. Careful, buddy. If you throw that ball the wrong way, you might break a window. Saint Aran, he's on fire. No, he isn't. But the house certainly is. The house is on fire. The roof. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. I'm going to score a 3-point. Fuck. All right, so that's an H. That's an H. I'll move to O. Draining 3S says, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was rough, says T. Jefferson. No, Badger, who is the ultimate villain of Deadpool. Dogpool. Oh, the ultimate villain of Dogpool? Dogpool has a villain? Again, with the character that I love, allow me to say that comic books, again, just keep going and keep changing and keep adding shit till they go too far. I love Deadpool, but all of the other Deadpool, Dogpool, Ladypool, Kidpool, like, enough Deadpool variants. I think they're gay. It's my only thing that I don't care for. They were in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and I liked the way they did it in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and I liked all the little insides that I knew about it, but I could care less about all of the alternate Deadpools. There's always an alternate Deadpool. Wild Saffron saying, Johnny, your obsessive hatred for Squirrel Girl is disturbing. You should seek anger management counseling. No, I shouldn't. Squirrel Girl should stop sucking a fat cock, and then we won't have a problem. Actually, if Squirrel Girl would do the world a favor and swallow some C4 and just blow up and never return, we'd be all good. I want a Kidpool movie. Saint Ren, you realize that Ryan Reynolds had his daughter playing Kidpool in the movies. The kid who uttered the line about him having a dick in his mouth was his daughter. And again, I don't want a Kidpool movie. That's weird. Like, crazy ultra violence and shit coming out of a kid's mouth. I mean, it's funny for a half a second, but the beat gets old. The bit gets old. So, I mean, but different strokes, different folks. I know it was brilliant. Headpool rules. Zombie Deadpool head with a propeller hat. That's badass, says T. Jefferson. But the part I don't get, why doesn't he just regenerate? He's not dead. Why doesn't he just regenerate? See, cesspool? I've never seen that one. I've never seen or read that one. All right, that's the NYPD officer one, right? We don't have... The unidentified uniformed patrol officer threw up a long-range airball in the yard of a still-burning 3-story house in Flatbush, where someone was critically injured. Oh, no! Someone was critically injured? Oh, God. The internet replies, someone had to say it. Someone had to say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Oh, no. No, that's not going to work out well for you, sir. So, yeah, I imagine that clip is going to be a thing for a while. Cesspool would be a scummy movie. Is Cesspool an actual character, or is that someone just having fun with words? Either way, hilarious. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But now I'm curious. Like, do I want to look up Cesspool? Let's be honest. My favorite Deadpool, honestly, is the one at the end of Deadpool. What is it? The Deadpool, the minibus, where Deadpool unites with 5 fucking symbiotes. He doesn't unite with one. He unites with 5 symbiotes simultaneously. Oh, that's awesome. There's only one thing I love better than Deadpool wearing 5 symbiotes simultaneously and being a badass, and that is Deadpool in an Iron Man suit, because he gets, I think, Iron Man stupid drunk takes his suit and then, like, I don't know, gets fucked up. We need a Transformers crossover called Carpool. Dude, which, I think it was the latest Transformers movie where the dude found a car and tweaked it up, and it was, and whatever, and he ended up wearing it like body armor at one point, and I'm just like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. I hated that guy. Lab Glass. Oh, that ENT appointment sucked. I'm sorry, man. Welcome back. Do I have fuzz on my face, or is that a whisker I gotta shave? I hate having facial hair that's like almost invisible because I can't tell how furry my face is. Paint Deadpool in your pool. Pool. Deadpool fell off the mic earlier. That's what this is all about right here. This is the adhesive strip that was holding him. He fell off literally at the start of the show. Like he was here all last night, all day, prepping the show. Cesspool was a shitty movie. What? That is a very good question. I hadn't thought about that. When the zombies had just had him tied up and were just eating him because endless food, he was fine. Maybe he finally got infected. All right, so I don't know the story of Headpool at all. Cesspool was a shitty movie. Again, I don't even get it. Shitty. I mean, I do. Carpool TV show was decent. What the fuck is Carpool? Paint Deadpool in your pool. How many holes did they penetrate? Ugh. I don't know if we want that count. I don't want to know, Lab Glass. Some of us will be okay not knowing. I, for one, will be very okay not knowing. We've got 6 minutes left. I'm going to open up the merch store site and where is that link and promote that quick. You guys all know this. We don't have anything new up there yet. I'm going to check in on a lot of that, including right after this. We're going to check on the email, see if they sent us a new one on how we're doing. This is the merch store. Our newest product, Cucko the Clown t-shirt in a variety of colors for your viewing pleasure. I got to get me one of these. Particularly, I'm going to want either the gray or the white and red. Either the gray and light red, the faded gray and light red, or the white and the rich red. Maybe both. Maybe get a couple over time. I'm getting a Digger Lover mug, too. A white Digger Lover mug and a hat and some other shit when my order comes in. Show us your meats, says Saint. I don't have any meats, and we'll get to the meat thief story in a minute. I have a couple of things I have to do. First, I got to move this panel over so I can talk about my shop all the time without having to pull it up again. That's what we'll do there. That's what you call cooking with gas. Excuse me, I farted. All right, so let's do that, and then let's check our Gmail quick to see if we got that email message from our friend. We did. Boop. All right, I ordered 7 products. Hey, Johnny, thank you for confirming this with us. I am pleased to report our fulfillment center has begun processing a replacement order for these items for you. This will ship within the next few business days. I will keep your ticket on hold and update you with your tracking info as soon as your order ships. All right, so we're going to have a couple next week, hopefully by the party show. We will finally be able to display our own merch that I finally have, and once it's delivered, I will order more because I like my merch, and you should too, so I shouldn't be the only one buying it. But before we do all that, let's get over to the fact that we have someone joining us right now whose name is Digger. Let's bring her on the screen. Digger, hey, how you doing?
Hello, how you doing?
I was worried that at some point you were just going to give in and start talking, which would have been hilarious, by the way. Would have not had a problem with that at all. If I was doing all this and you started going, hey, can you finish all this up, you crippled bastard? I'd really like to get on to the show now. I'd be like, damn. She spoiled the surprise. Fuck. All right, we're okay.
Want to share your screen, please, so I can turn off the YouTube bits?
Didn't I turn? Oh, I did not. I did not.
Nope.
I'm
looking at your
this
lovely
lady
face
is
in
on.
Avatar.
I know, right? Like I'm not like too pretty like some people, but I'm just pretty enough. That's the part that I love. Let's go ahead and do that. Streamlabs virtual desktop camera. It's up.
Thank you. I've got it. I've been trying for how long has this discussion been going on for? It's been going on for a while. I figured it out.
Oh, Johnny the I'm ugly Depp. Discussion?
Johnny Depp.
What about Johnny?
Johnny Depp is gorgeous, but he's not pretty. Gorgeous.
What the hell are you talking about? Johnny Depp is fucking adorable.
Yeah, but he's not a pretty.
Dude, I'm not gay, like but I like if you maroon me on an island with Jack Sparrow, odds are good.
I'm just saying. That's the difference between Nathan Fillion, who is pretty good looking, and Johnny Depp, who is not pretty, but he's very good looking.
Really? Dude, I'd let
Yes.
you wouldn't let Edward
That's the
Scissorhands
difference.
finger you? I'd let him whack me off.
Oh, I totally would. I'm just saying that's the difference between pretty and not pretty.
Someone doesn't remember Edward Scissorhands very well. All right,
No, it would be worth it. Johnny Depp.
he'll
for crying
take a
out loud.
stab at it. All right. Johnny Depp is very pretty, and then Jimmy Jibbs says Johnny Debt is on the list. What list? Do I have debt?
List.
My debt is on the list. All right, so my debt is on the list. I get what Digger is saying, like how Megan Fox wasn't pretty, but she was hot as fuck.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Liquid evidence. Johnny makes me sick with his lovey-dovey infatuation.
Aw. Hi, Liquid. How you
The
doing?
island list. Oh, Jimmy Jibbs is saying that Johnny Depp is on the island list. I think he means Johnny Depp is on the island list.
Okay. That's okay.
All right. I get a caribou treat for the bullshit I went through, says Labglass. What do you mean by caribou? Caribou coffee or caribou ice cream? There's two different caribous in Minnesota.
What bullshit did you go through?
He went to an appointment with an ENT.
Oh, okay.
And he went into that as the show started. He informed us a little while ago, that ENT appointment, as he says, sucked. Okay, so on the nose I was hoping for. Oh, so just in case it spills into the chat and stuff, we started talking about comic books. So there's a little bit of a discussion happening. It started because of Street Sharks, because I was defending Street Sharks, and I was saying Street Sharks is awesome because it's so stupid and corny and cheesy and makes no sense that you can't help but love it. They literally change words to make it fit in the universe. The Street Sharks aren't just awesome. According to the writers, they are jawsome. And it's why I love fucking Street Sharks. The first reason. The second reason, even as a small child, I watched that cartoon going, it's a fucking dude turned into a shark. Why can they swim through roads? And it bothered me for like a day. And then I went, you know what? Who the cares? They can swim through roads. Street Sharks. Like, and that was it. It's a motorcycle gang that swims through the streets. And like someone else said, they would be the bane of any city because the bills and the taxpayer money spent on repairing every road every time one of these effers decides to go for a swim. And nobody can explain to me what about being part shark gives you the ability to swim through asphalt. No shark can do that.
I was wondering that myself.
Right?
That's why I have trouble with Jeffrey the Shark in that Marvel's game. I have issues with it. He's
I look
a
at
shark and a dog.
Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands went on to become an abortion doctor. Oh, Lexi. Liquid evidence. It's adorable. Also, your namesake is left under Johnny's desk.
No. Liquid evidence.
I just put that together after you started laughing. I like, oh. Get it, guys. Was that T. Jefferson? Yeah, T. Jefferson.
That's T.
I think. Was it T. Jefferson? Whoever it was. Yeah, it was T. Jefferson. They're saying it's jeez. It's jeez. Juggling. T. Jefferson, SH High, juggling finances. Otherwise, a good day so far. I am talking deeply about cartoon characters. That always makes me happy. Glad to help you out, T. Jefferson. Thank you all for being here.
There you go.
Today's show goal is at $10. We're going to go till 4:30, and we'll check Twitch and see if it banks that out, because we had a little bit of action on Twitch earlier. The Venmo and the PayPal are there if you want to buy them out specifically. But I'm thinking this weekend I'm just going to spend like Sunday afternoon or whatever, just spend some serious time going through the payouts thing and going through the what's paid out, what isn't, and just figuring what we have on Rumble and then just going through everything that's paid out on YouTube and what we'll have coming in that hasn't paid out already on YouTube. And we'll just start subtracting the amounts that the people take for the cuts. And I'll just keep my calculator because I have a little button on my keyboard that lets me pop up a calculator. So I can just put up the thing and I can just be like, I can have it written down for the overall percentile breakdown. and we just do this, boop, boop, and just keep up and just do it that way. So that way I don't have to do this, like, people throwing in on, like, because right now we've had a couple bucks come in on Rumble and other things, and in a fair world, that might have banked out our 10. And then, like, yesterday with the bunch, like the 20 and the stuff that Labglass threw, that would have banked out the show already. And instead, we're like, well, we'll hold off until it pays out, and we'll count what the payout is, because that's legit what we get on the show. Like, and it's, fuck it. We'll just do the math thing.
Sense.
We'll just do the math thing. Like, because, like, I
hate math.
I do too, but, like, I did the legit, oh, God, this damn bolt keeps coming loose because I wiggle my fucking chair back and forth constantly. All right, so yeah, but I used to do the payout thing. But it was like back then Twitch was the big maker, and it's like we counted those when they pay. I thought you made that noise for a second there. I thought you just
No, it was my buddy Canadian.
I know.
It's the other Canuck. That was first buddy. Oh, there's the other one. You're good.
Thank you, Fettuccine El Poo-Poo, for the 200 bits.
Johnny needs to start signing the egg cartons. We'll do.
There's no egg cartons.
I'll get on
to
that.
sign.
Thanks.
There's no egg cartons to. There's no.
Well, there's a pile of egg cartons.
No, there isn't. We don't sell eggs.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a merch store with shirts and mugs and hats and.
I know, and you have to sign the egg cartons.
There's no egg cartons on the merch store. There's no eggs. Why would we have cartons? We don't have eggs.
We've got. Okay, no eggs, no cartons. You need to sign the non-existent cartons sooner rather than later, please. We got people who are looking.
I'm literally talking about how I'm going to have to start changing how we keep track of.
I know, you started talking math and numbers, and I got lost. I started taking care of stuff that I could take care of.
Fuck you. All right.
You do the math. I'll do the marketing. We're good.
I keep repeating this, but she's proving it wrong. Study confirms men and women have better hearing than men. Do you really believe that? I don't know.
I don't know.
The study led by Dr. Patricia Ballaresque from France. Oh, it was France. France's Center for Biodiversity and Environmental Research. Okay, no, I'm skipping this already. For biodiversity, you already just want to make genders equal as a rule. So I'm going to go no. I'm not going to believe it.
Yeah.
There's mad egg cartons, El Jefe, fresh in from the printers. No, there aren't.
Right?
No, there aren't. T. Jefferson, these things are not true. These are blasphemous lies that you were putting up in my chat window, and I will not stand for this. I mean, I don't stand for anything most of the time unless people start paying me to. But,
I'm gonna say.
Which we haven't done that today either. And let me know if you need me to dip your camera off the screen in a second. I totally can. Oh, you're making coffee?
Making coffee. And I have scooched everything over so I don't have to actually, my bum does not leave the seat.
Guess what I'm doing today to be cool and new and unusual?
Are you drinking actual coffee?
Right?
Like,
it's not 20 years old.
Shit? Yeah, well, that's bonus.
It's not 20-year-old cup of fucking Cheeto. Oh.
Yeah.
I can't look at my recycling bin. I can't look at my recycling bin because it's in the bottom of it right now. So if I look at it, I just see that ugly red container and I go, oh, shit, I drank that. I shouldn't feel good about that. Johnny, if I buy something online, can I have it delivered to your house and then you can mail it to me so I have to pay tariffs? I will cover the cost. No, because then I have to give you my address. If I send it to you, I'll have to pay the tariffs. Why would you cover the cost for me if it's not it's going to cost me less?
Oh no, you buy it and order it and have it shipped to you.
Right.
And then you ship it to him, and all he's got to pay is the shipping fees and the
not
cost
the
of the
tariffs?
products themselves. No tariff because you bought it, and you're just mailing a gift to a friend.
Well, it's going to take a lot of work.
Well, yeah.
Not opposed.
I was going to say, if you're willing to do that for Los Federales, want to do that for me too? Save me the 25% tariffs.
Sure, I'll do it for both of you. Here,
Just for your Canadian.
Just
chat.
no, I'm doing this for my fans of the show. So let me put it in the chat for you guys. I think you already know it. At Johnny Johnny.justkiddingllc. Or no, not at all of the, yeah, at gmail.com. At gmail.com. Bam. All right, so send that request, Los Federales, with your screen name attached to it, and then your name and address, and I will see about getting that done as soon as my shirts arrive. And the next order I put in for my own stuff, I'll see about getting it done. I'll tell you the price of the stuff that I ordered, and then I will ask them the shipping, and I'll tell you the shipping when we ship it. So, and then you'll be responsible to pay once it's in transit. Burn me once, I won't fucking do this anymore, and everyone can hate you. But I'll do it for Digger because I know she won't burn me. I'll do it for both of you. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna look weird ordering women's tees. That'll be for sure.
Yeah, well, this day and age, you wouldn't.
People be like, "Hey, what do you mow?
Bat an eye.
What do you mow? He's a weirdo." All right. All right.
Wild's got a couple of questions.
Oh,
She's saying that you never told her what movie it was that made you cry so hard.
I talked about it at the beginning of the show.
He bawled like a baby.
Bawled like a bitch.
You, but
I talked about it at the beginning of the show. I talked about.
Did you?
Yeah, okay. I talked about it.
There you go, Wild. Where were you?
It's Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Anybody that has an empathetic response to anthropomorphized animals suffering, and that you feel their pain, congratulations. Prepare to fucking bawl. For the movie is 2 hours and 49 minutes long. I would say prepare to cry for at least a solid 2 hours. Because for the first 2 hours of the movie, you're just fucking sad. The beginning of it, you're sad because Quinn is a mess because the lady, the love of his life, is dead. And you don't even get time to cope with that before now you're sad because Rocket is dying slowly on a table for 2 hours. And then you get to go into his backstory because he's having a fucking coma dream the whole time. Spoiler alert, by the way. And you go through all of that watching how shitty his life was, which anyone who knows the backstories about Rocket already were like, yeah, I know where that goes. That's going to be horrible. And then they make it every bit as painful as you could think it could be. And then again, just the whole thing is just cry, cry, cry. And then by the end of, what is it? The last half hour, it's all action. It's all people saving stuff. It's all good things. And then it's over. I always cry at the end of Terminator 2 when Arnold gives the thumbs up while being lowered into the molten iron, says Los Federales. I'll be honest, that one always made me sad. When I was a kid, I used to get really, really sad during the I Need a Hero montage of the Short Circuit 2 movie. When his battery's leaking and he's got a fucking shirt tied around it to help stop the acid leak. And he's just he's racing against time to stop a bad dude who's trying to commit a diamond heist. He's racing against time to save diamonds for people who don't give two shits about him. He's a robot and he's about to die. And he's like, no, I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm going to stop this guy that did this diamond heist thing. He's just rolling after him as fast as he can. And they're all just like, I need a hero. It's an emotionally charged scene. And then he fucking dies, and they have to resuscitate him with with a heart defibrillator, which makes no sense because the reason he dies is because his battery can't maintain a charge. Yeah, because it's leaking. Yeah. So I mean, you could jolt him as much as you want, but the reason he died and was dying is because his heart can't sustain, or his battery can't sustain a charge. It leaked too much. T. Jefferson, Johnny 5 is the man. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I'll be right. I'll agree with you there.
There you go. Batteries not included.
Dude, Batteries Not Included was a badass movie. Who said that one? Another movie that always made me cry as a kid was Batteries Not Included. Ditto. Dude, all right. I didn't understand anything, but when the alien ship, do you remember Batteries Not Included?
Vaguely. I know I've seen it.
Remember how they had to make... the little robots kept stealing stuff to feed the mom, metal and different components and things, and then she started popping out little babies on a conveyor belt, but one of them was stillborn. It was
Not at all. I don't remember that bit.
It was dead on arrival. It wasn't until the inventor guy that owned the shop, like fucking fucking short circuit hot wired, like sped him up with a toaster. That was it.
Oh.
He brought because it's a robot, baby. It's not decaying. You just have to give it that spark to start it up. So there you go. And then, so he helped little alien robot baby with a toaster. And then, according to Brian, after he was done with that toaster, he said, "Nigger." I almost said the word. I got so close, I'm actually like butt puckered for a bit. Butt puckered.
Oh, hi, TV's Will Heron. I almost just called you TV. How you doing, Will?
Please donate to stop the need shit. Oh, you mean the nerd shit? Nerd.
Oh, the nerd shit.
The nerd shit. Oh, they want to stop. All right. You know what? Here, I'll do this for Liquid Evidence. Liquid Evidence is having a bad day, and we've been nerding pretty hard for a long time. So, Liquid Evidence, it's not that I agree with you, but I'm willing to give you what you want. So, we'll go ahead and do that. We've got, what? Oh, shit. We've only got an hour and 15 left in the show. So, let's get over this. This is a bit that Sky News does all the time that I always find amusing. So, let's see if it's funny or not this time. It's Lefties Losing It. It's 15 minutes long. So, we're going to jump around. If these stories aren't super entertaining, we're going to fucking skip it. But, oh, dude, I got to turn you on in here, too. Hold on. Giggity.
Giggity.
There you are. There's our lady. There's our lady digger. There's my digger. All right.
I love it.
He's losing it, and there has been much controversy among the humorless, joyless left because this alleged comic, Amber Ruffin, has been removed as the headline act for the White House Correspondents' Dinner. A tragedy for comedy.
Let's get back to the monologue. During the Houston Astros World Series victory parade on Monday, Senator Ted Cruz was reportedly hit with a beer can in the chest and neck. It missed his spine because he doesn't have one.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is a really bad joke. It missed his spine because he doesn't have one. Well, one, he can't stand at that rate then if he physically doesn't have a spine. I get the joke you're making. He doesn't have a spine. A spine for what?
Spine's in back.
Well, yeah, that too. The spine's in the back. So if it was the back, if he got hit in the back of the head and back of the chest, you could say that. But he got hit in the head and chest. Like, that's what she said. They hit in the head and the chest. So the reaction made that. Sweet, looking forward to the new videos, is SH. What's SH saying?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Johnny 5 was following the grasshopper and accidentally squished it? That's how he learned about death. Right. No disassemble, because you can't reassemble things. That orange jacket on her is fire. I don't know how I feel about the orange jacket. Sweet, looking forward to the video. New video. What new video? Stickers are fun.
Will's saying he'll have a video out soon with some info.
Still clipping?
He's still clipping.
Okay, interesting. Good to hear, Will, says No Pen 15 Fathead. Oh, dear. Right? Yeah, dude.
Hi,
her
No
reaction.
Pen.
Yes, hello, Ben. Her pen. No pen, not Ben. I've been having speaking issues all day today. All day today. All day.
You and me both.
Right? Well, I only have to make it for another hour and 15 or so. How about you? What are you doing for like the next hour or so?
Well, I'm here for an hour and 15, which takes me to 2:30, which gives me then an hour and a half to do nothing before I have to stream on my channel.
Which one?
Again. This time I'll be on
No, I meant
chatting
which
with
tooth?
Cat.
Hey, laser lips.
2:30. Oh.
Your mama was a snowblower.
Thank you. Who is that? Bird Collector for the laser lips drop. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. The channel points drops are there for you guys to have fun. So thank you for doing that. Hold, says Bird Collector. Hold what? Hold what? All right, so we've got to get through this. We didn't even get into it yet. So she was talking about the person kicked out from the White House. Can't speak today. You know, I do these shows 5 days a week, and some people are like, it pushes you too much. Every once in a while, I'm like, maybe it does. I took Tuesday off, too. It's not like I smoked a shit ton of weed. It's just burning me out. I hate it. I have to put so much energy through me, and it just kills me. Like, literally. All right, so we've got a Will Smith comeback track mocked in this video. That's why I clicked into it. But so now the White House Correspondents' Dinner thing, you knew about this? Before now? Tigger? You're muted. Why? Why am I not hearing you then? This is strange. I didn't do anything to anything up here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I can't hear you all of a sudden. Here, I'll take you down off the screen. You can try doing whatever you want to do. Are you saying you're going to leave and come back? All right. I'm going to flip over to this one here, and we're going to pull this one down, and she can get that working. Hopefully come on back. But yeah, so going back to what we were discussing here, I didn't know about this lady getting kicked out of the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Don't you plan the comedians? Like, doesn't I thought the president picked this. Whoever picked this lady, like, again, the first joke we see of you. Yeah, I'm still not reading. Your reading is talking, though, so it's not a you thing. Let me... I bumped a button.
The people in the audience?
It's not you. It's not you. All the people in the audience, check your cords, Digger.
They can hear me, so it's just you.
All the people in the audience are saying they can hear you.
I closed and now I gotta.
No, I bumped. I apparently bumped some sort of button to mute something. I don't know how.
I don't know how you did that either.
Because I hadn't touched anything. But when I hit the volume. When I hit the volume button and I pushed it to boost my computer's volume again, it unmuted.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah. So if that happens again, then something weird's going on. I should have looked up here because you were lighting up green, which meant that it's reading your mic, and it's not a me thing.
Yeah.
And I can't see that on this screen, so that's why I need to remember that up there. I'll check on that from now on, so that way we don't do this again.
Yeah, no, they say I'm back now.
Yeah, you're good.
Frauds, I believe she was saying she was going to row a canoe down a river. That's exactly what I was saying. Exactly. I'm glad you picked it up.
Can you take her with you? I think I've seen this lady before, and I generally don't like. This is one of those people who's like, I have a problem, like a political problem and a political opinion, so I want to be a comedian so I can say it. Like, this is like one of these people. I've seen a few of these doing comedy where people are like, it's not that you want to be a comedian or you are a comedian or you're naturally funny. You just want to like share your opinion, and you want to be able to defend yourself if anyone gets upset by going, well, I was just making a joke, or what's wrong, you can't take a joke, or like just all that kind of stuff. And it happens a lot more with people who tend to have a like wokey liberal mindset, because most of the other people like just make stupid jokes. Like, that's the worst part. It's like the liberal sided people become comedians, the conservative sided people just regurgitate bad jokes. Nobody wins.
I just need to get in here and say, Wild Labby, I do see what you're saying, but I don't think she can be one of those.
I don't know.
She's black.
It's entirely possible. You've never seen one?
World Series victory parade on Monday. Senator Ted Cruz was reportedly hit with a beer can in the chest and neck. It missed his spine because he doesn't have one.
Oh.
Again. Oh, fuck.
Now I understand that.
She's not only painfully unfunny, she's also a lefty losing it who intended to use the occasion to grandstand.
Right? We're kind of a bunch of murderers. I mean, so like they were like, you need to be, equal and make sure that that you give it to both sides and blah, blah, blah. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be freaking doing that, dude.
Right. I am way too busy going, I don't get enough privileges as a black person. And I'm just saying, there's no way I'm going to be doing that, dude. Then turn down the gig. Like, that's the other thing. Like, you can't be fair to both sides. Like, it's full of freaking murderers, right? Like the Biden administration that we now know actively tried to kill a political opponent. That's the thing that bothers me. Is it's I was told how democracy was being threatened by the guy running for office, while I kept screaming and nobody seemed to care that the person in office was pissing on democracy already with the whole like money laundering through Ukraine, trying to kill political opponents, arresting any citizens that agreed with said political opponents. Like all of that was like the freaking the horror show. They were, well, if Donald Trump wins. I'm like, that's what this guy's already doing. What do you mean if Donald Trump wins? If from what you're saying, then damned if you do, damned if you don't, because we're already there. They're just nicer about it. And you guys seem to have a blind, like, it just, I'm getting too caught up in my opinions. I got to just let the clip play. That's what it is. I'm going to shut up.
And speaking on the podcast you saw there, a far left clown
Oh, God.
site.
All right, hold on. I made a promise to let the clip play, but then I read somebody's comment. That spine joke was almost as bad as a bong transplant. No. They were equally as bad. And how dare you remind me about the bong transplant joke? Oh, Magic 8 Ball. What have I ever done to you to justify reminding me about the goddamn bong transplant? That is the worst joke ever.
Daily Beast. Amber often revealed just what a nasty lefty she is, saying Republicans are not even human.
I think it's just that burns on Trump hurt badly. And then it trickles down to everyone who's around him.
Oh, no, the burns on Trump hurt badly because Trump can't handle trolls. Remember, Trump's the one who calls for people to be removed from Twitter if he calls them fat. Oh, wait, no, that's Rosie O'Donnell. All right.
Wait a minute, yeah.
And here's another thing. I can't talk about people who can't handle burns when they come from a culture of people who always go, no, we get a word that we get to use for ourselves, but if anyone says it at all under any context that isn't black, they're immediately racist. Fuck off. They're like the people like anyone who criticizes Jews people immediately anti-Semitic. Fuck off. So I don't know. This lady's pissing me off. I might have to skip through this because I can't stand her.
Because y'all also guilty. So I think it just...
Y'all also guilty. Oh, so you were a fan of the administration and the like. Again, you don't need to be a fan of Donald Trump, but if you're gonna act like Donald Trump and the Republicans are the most base evil there ever was, then I'm sorry. Either pay attention to the fact that the left is exactly the same. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not trying to convince anybody that the right is better. I'm just I was this way all the time before, where I was not trying to convince anyone that the right was better. There's just they're the fucking same when it comes to this shit. They'll do the same stuff. I don't know that Donald Trump is necessarily going to go out and try to murder his political opponents, but like I said, going into this election, and not only is it like a thought that we had before, it's factual now. We know from the files released by the government assets were involved in the attempt on the president's life.
They got their feelings hurt. And they want that false equivalence.
They got their feelings hurt? Who the hell are you talking about? This is the thing I said about fucking, what was it? Tim Walz the other day. We'd have, I keep saying we because I'm against them, so I assume, like, and I'm not on the team. But, like, the Republicans didn't get their feelings hurt. They've been winning. You guys are the one. That joke was you with your feelings hurt. Calling Republicans murderers while turning a blind eye to the attempted murderer that is the former administration. That kind of I don't know, hypocrisy. I don't know. Fuck
See,
this
that
lady.
the media does. They want that. It feels great. It makes them feel like human beings. But they shouldn't get to feel that way because they're not.
Some people are.
The media aren't human beings.
Yeah.
Look, I'll say that the news media, like the established news media, is a piece of shit, but I wouldn't say they're not human. And that's the other thing I hate. Like, the people that are all about equity are the quickest to dehumanize people so they can vilify them. We fucking landslided the fucking election. Right, but we're all sensitive and getting our butts hurt. And the conservative news people have that problem even more so. Like, no, they're not. I'm tired of the people that flip out and burn down Teslas going, the other people are the ones getting butthurt. No, they're not. You crazy lefty people are the ones getting butthurt, making these clips, burning down Teslas, doing all the shit you're doing. I'm getting butthurt about you claiming other people are getting butthurt.
More culpable than others.
Oh, and Samantha Bee, who went from The Daily Show to her own show to now she's doing an opinion on The Daily Beast because she's so funny she's not employed.
That's right.
And they get more jokes made about them, and the jokes are meaner.
And of course...
What?
I think it's just that burns on media does. They want that.
It feels.
What did
great.
she
It
say
makes
about them
feel
getting
like
more
human
jokes?
beings.
Who, the left gets
They
more
shouldn't
jokes
get
made
to feel
about
that
them?
way because they're not. Some
I don't
people are
know.
more culpable than others.
That's right.
And they get more jokes made about them.
Right, like Joe Biden. Joe Biden was so culpable in the R-wording of the American economy as we shipped it over to Ukraine, in the attempted assassinations of his political opponents, and then in the effing over of the Democratic Party because they didn't let him stay in his money laundering position. So he said, yeah, you guys can have Kamala Harris. You're right. Joe Biden is more culpable than other people. It's the fact that she says this with her fucking smug face, knowing she's so full of shit. Like, I'm sitting here saying I am full of shit with my opinions, but she has, like, some people are more culpable. And the people on that side are the ones that, again, screamed democracy ends if you vote for the other guy. But they ignored the fact that democracy ended when they let their guy get into office 4 years ago.
And the jokes are meaner.
And of course,
You're right. The jokes are meaner. Let's go, Brandon.
the miserable, joyless ladies of The View thought that last line was hilarious. Look at the immediate reactions here when they played the clip. Lost their minds and disregard anything they have to say. That's all it's going to take. Let's go back to The View and watch.
I can't do it anymore. They got the View clip there. We're doing the fat guy. I can't. Golden Age border. Where's the Will Smith thing? That's all I want now. I've gotten so annoyed with this is my I've been one of these people that's like, oh, well, this is people's feelings, this is people's opinions, but we literally have facts coming out now. And like facts, for example, here's a fact. Doge is pointing out all the areas that the government is massively overspending and massively doing horrible things and shifting money in places they shouldn't. Fact, along with cutting all of those programs, some beneficial shit affecting some Americans, myself included, will end up getting cut, fucked with, stopped, interrupted, whatever. That's a fact. But it's also a fact that the left lied continuously about the threat to democracy that Donald Trump was, and the left, for all of the he's going to go after his political opponent's part, won't even own up to the fact that their side literally tried to assassinate the current president. Like, it's not a joke. It's not my opinion. No. We now know for a fact, all of us scratching our heads going, why would they let that guy sit up there for a half hour? No, all of us going, well, why the fuck do you think? Because he was in on it. You don't get up there unless you know somebody, unless it's allowed. All of us that said that, we're not crazy. We're not conspiracy theorists. Real people. And there's no apologies coming from anyone.
Oh, no.
That's why now I don't respect any of these people. There's no apologies coming from the people saying the stuff that has been said.
Mm-hmm.
So that's anyways. I'm fucking I don't know what's going on with me today. Johnny, they're delusional as fuck. That's fine, King Kong Dong, but I get pissed off when reality pistol whips them in the face and they ignore it. Because that's what they accused everybody else of doing before. The same way they're accusing everybody of being butthurt when they're the ones burning down Teslas. Like, it's just, it bothers me. It bothers me. And as someone who has always said Republicans aren't your friends, Democrats aren't your friends, they should be mandatory term limits, they should be held accountable to the highest degree of the law. Like, if I'm guilty of insider trading, it should be a fucking execution sentence for them. Like, we catch you as a politician doing insider trading, we got to take your head. Like, we got to put the average American in jail for years on end. So that's gonna have to be a capital offense for politicians. Like, that's how I do this. If you're a police officer, if you're a politician, if you work for the government if you work for the system in any way, shape, or form, if you do the crimes that the people who don't work for the system are held accountable for, you're held doubly accountable. You don't have an excuse. You know better than anybody. You work for the system. Razor board retirement plans. That's what I'm saying. Did I scare you? You've gotten silent fast. Have I gone off the deep end today?
You're going off, and I figured I'd let you do it. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, I was searching. Just a second here.
Oh, the chat's dead. I thought I took it off the screen. It's just dead. All right, delusional as fuck.
Here.
We are happy. They are mad, but too bad. Stay sad. Trump won.
Here.
Wild Saffron. They used to tar and feather the bastards. Oh,
I dropped it in the Rumble chat.
Oh, you need me to look at this now? What's this?
Well, yeah, that's the song that basically sums up completely what you were just saying. Hello.
It's Tag.
How you doing?
She wanted some snuggles. All right, Natasha Owens.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is the song that
I'm gonna try and do.
completely-
I'm gonna try and listen to this. But I said this with the kids song the other day. Trump stuff gets cringe for me. I hope this doesn't.
Yeah. No, I know. This is good.
Let's see if I can
your
make
rant.
it. Let's see if I can. Well, yeah, just because it's my rant. But again, my rant is one of those things where if you give me something that's, fucking, packaged, processed, and ready to go for my beliefs and opinions, I'm still not gonna like it. Oh, Tag, don't hit the space bar with your face. That was a kitty start. She's like, I'm gonna nuzzle this now. So far, I'm on the edge.
I was just thinking,
Trump won and you know it. Trump won and you know it.
Right, we knew it before the election because, again, nobody gave two shits about Kamala Harris. Nobody showed up for Kamala Harris. Everybody showed up for Trump. And like I said, there is a large and growing larger part of the American society that just isn't buying the blatant lying bullshit. Like somebody told me about the Cory Booker thing. I didn't look into it, but then I look into it, and the person who told me about the Cory Booker thing was like, and he stayed on point like the whole time. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know the clips I saw. He also, whether or not he stayed on point, he also again perpetrated the same bullshit lies that we've been hearing forever. Like, oh, the Republicans are just going to make tax cuts for the rich. And it's like, yeah, that might be true. But you do realize Donald Trump's literal tax plan right now is for the poorest Americans to not pay taxes at all. That's not a tax cut for the rich. No matter what you want to say, that's not what that is. I support Kari Lake. No. This is a Trump rally, asshole. Get that gay sign out of here. Fuck Kari Lake. This is Trump one. This is Trump country.
She should have been his VP.
The fake news will never show it. That's also a lie. They did show it. They did admit it. And Don Lemon is a piece of shit. So let's just close that one there. I'm sorry. No, that's cringe. That's cringe. Yeah. It can be factually accurate and say something I agree with, but it still can be cringe. It's good so far. So Smoke Prods. Smoke Up Prods, you're saying that because you like Donald Trump and you like Donald Trump winning. Like, okay, cool, fine. I have no problem with Donald Trump winning. I don't like Donald Trump. I viewed Donald Trump as no worse than the opponents. In fact, in the case of Kamala Harris, I viewed it. Here's the number one thing. I didn't vote, but if you put it down to me, which one, A or B, here's why I say Trump. Because I could tell from a mile off Kamala Harris was a wine mom puppet. Like, if we put her in office, I don't know who's in charge. That's why I couldn't vote for her. Yeah. So, but anyways, Digger linking the Trump song. For those of you that want to listen.
Smoke Prod was enjoying it. Liquid thought it was based. I figured,
you guys get. I let Lab Glass. Johnny made it 2 lines in because again, because again, like I said, it's prepackaged, ready to eat, microwavable boomer food. I get it. Trump won, and you know it. The fake news won't show it. Lie. So again, it's just
the fake news is being forced to show it now that he's actually in office.
Right. But the line was the fake news won't show it. That's a lie. Yeah, the news did show it. They did show it. They paused it a little bit. They didn't announce it the second it was out. They held out as long as they legitimately could, but they didn't lie or cover it up for a minute. It's, again, like I said, it's a line because, oh, that sounds right. I hate the fake news too. Trump won. Woo! Like, that's what it is. It's prepackaged boomer food. I'm not saying any points that she's making are wrong. Well, actually, I am. I am saying the fake news doesn't show it line is a complete bold-faced lie. The same way it was a lie of what's his nut to go on there like, oh, so this is going to make things worse for Americans, and Trump's tax cuts are just going to feed the rich. And it's like, no, actually, literally, Trump's, like, you can say whatever about Trump's doing, helping or hurting Americans. Trump's tax cuts is one of the things that is going to help poor Americans more than rich people. Because it's not across-the-board tax cuts. He just wants to cut the taxes for the lowest people. Everybody else, as far as I understand, is staying the same. The tax cuts are focused just on people who make under $150,000 a year. And now, if you were a liberal person, if you were Bernie Sanders, I support this plan. It helps the poorest people.
And as we know, the poorest people can't afford the multi-million-dollar mansions that I live in. So I think they shouldn't pay taxes, and the rich should pay their fair share. And my accountant should be very creative to make sure I don't qualify as rich. With 3 houses, 11 cars, and multi-millions of dollars.
So, yes. Like, meh. All right. Johnny is boomer food, says Lab Glass. Right? But I'm not prepackaged. I'm wild and uncontrollable and emotionally unstable. To the point at which apparently I chase off my own audience. So what are you going to do? The Krat Brothers were fun. Who are the Krat Brothers? I liked that show, Zoo Boomer Food. Zoo Boomer Food?
I don't.
Oh, Zaboomafoo. Zaboomafoo. He's playing on it. Zaboomer Food.
Okay.
He's talking about Zaboomafoo. Do you not know about Zaboomafoo?
No.
All right, hold on a minute.
Decided.
Let's fix that. I'm doing everything I can to delay us having to talk about thieves hijacking 80,000 pounds of meat. That's literally all I'm doing, just so you're clear on what I'm doing. I have several stories to talk about before that.
Okay.
But I'm pushing all of it as much as I can. Just on the off chance. Yeah. Just on the off chance that it becomes a thing. All right. Zaboomafoo. Zaboomafoo with the Krat Brothers.
With the Krat Brothers.
While walking in the woods one day, Chris and Martin saw something strange. A little leaping lemur who liked to bounce and play. They followed their new bouncing friend, not knowing where this adventure would end. The animals were headed just around the bend. Where are they going? I don't know. How do we get there? Come on, let's go. Me and you and Zaboomafoo. Come along and see what's new. We're doing the things that animals do. New animal friends to see. Animal Junction's the place to be. Elephants charging, baboons are leaping. Wild dogs running and nobody's sleeping. Me and you
and Zaboomafoo. Don't know about Zaboomafoo? What's wrong with you? Smoke out prods. Thank you, Digger. Okay, the first verse of the Trump song sucks, but the rest of the song is awesome. The first verse was okay. The second verse, like I said, I can't stand it when they do, again, on the fake news won't report it. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. Look, the fake news will push a fake narrative if the fake narrative can be pushed. Absolutely. But again, and this is the other problem. All the people that agree with the fake news line, do you count Fox News as fake news? No. Because they tell the truth. No, they don't.
They're all fake news.
Because that's where I get annoyed with these things. Because the people that just dig into that are like, oh, if MSNBC and they would just be like Fox, they'd still be fake news. Controlled by rich people who have a particular persuasion that we're not allowed to talk about on air lest we be anti-Semitic.
Mm-hmm. God forbid.
That's how you do a wink and nudge. None of this fucking there's actually eggs bullshit. Don't do that. They're going to think there's eggs or even worse, they're going to think we're doing blow. That's the last thing I need. I don't need any Baldo washers coming here going, look, Kate is such a badass. Those guys are making secret subliminal blow signals. Like, no, we're not.
No, we're not. We're talking about the non-existent eggs that we do not
There
sell.
are no eggs. Stop saying non-existent with the nose touching thing. It's not.
Non-existent?
After the third verse, that was the twist, Johnny. I couldn't go in. I only got 2 verses in. Los Federales, I'm feeling older than those animals. Suck it, losers. All right. Zaboomafoo. Me,
we had PBS in
you,
Canada,
and
just saying.
Zaboomafoo. I don't care
It
what you
actually
say.
looked more Canadian.
That fucking theme slaps.
kinda-
That fucking theme slaps. All right. Oh, dude, I told you about this, and I love this idea. Oh boy. I'm gonna play this part again, just for those who don't understand why.
No eggs. Why what?
T. Jefferson, the fingers crossed thing, much like her weird thing, makes the implication that there are, in fact, eggs. And there are no eggs. There's no eggs. There's no meat. There's no gorilla milk. There are gags that we do on the show that we've moved into the marketplace and the shop in terms of swag, shirts, hats, buttons, the like. It's no actual meat. Gags, show. Merch, show. Two different things. Two different things. And she needs to stop helping. All right, so this is a 35-second clip of Zegler. Again, this is the Zegler, just the freaking out part. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to read what Joe Rogan said, which, oh my God, it makes me laugh my balls off. And again, I wouldn't be in favor of this in any other movie, but just because of the way this lady behaves, I'm like, yeah, no, that's cool, do it. Like, I'm not invested, like, I give a shit, like, if they don't, I'll be like, like, I'll be like, oh, okay, fine, you didn't want to do it, never mind, you thought it was a dumb idea, well, okay, you're gay. Like, that's literally where I land with it. But if they do it, I'm like, oh, yay, awesome, Wayne's World, excellent, sue that bitch. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm going to get fucking attacked by Mike Myers now for stealing his bit. Let's go over to here and hit play on this.
Sell out.
Oh, I forgot, you don't care anymore, so fuck that Canuck. All right, let's go.
Who hates when I win. The winged.
Well, don't worry. And this is why you don't own the trolls. Because she's like, everyone who hates when I win, well, don't worry. Like, we want to hate when you win? No. We hate when you win because you're a stuck-up cunt. And fortunately for us, you handed us a big L. You know how you own these trolls right now? You say, enjoy it. Enjoy it right now. Enjoy your victory. You got your victory. Congratulations. But it's going to be fleeting. Like, that's how you own it. This, like, but I'll be back. They showed up to see the winged victory. Yeah, but they won't show up to see your flat chest. We know that.
Victory came to the Louvre in pieces.
And you're going to go home in mental pieces.
And people still line up to see her.
Well, guess what? That's not something you're going to have in common.
It's the little catch in the throat for me.
And like, I can only hope.
I can only hope.
That despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them.
Yeah, so maybe you should learn to hold your fucking tongue when you judge other shit. Because thou dost, yet let ye who has committed no sin cast the first stone. And you just said, I be sinner. So how about you stop throwing rocks, bitch?
That at every premiere.
Except Snow White.
And everything I do.
You're still doing other stuff?
People will wait in line to see.
No.
Yeah, I doubt it.
No, people are going to wait in line to boycott. That's literally all you have. People will wait in line to hear about your next project to specifically not go to it because of your reaction on the internet. That's how it's going to be.
I'm seeing bunches of people lined up around the building for the cinema just for her next movie to come out so that everyone all at once can just turn around and go back to their cars without having seen it.
Oh, no, fuck that. They'll line up at the cinema when her next movie comes out on premiere night to get tickets for whatever else is on. That would be better. I would like the movie industry to be like, hey guys, the theaters are doing great. The employees are making their money. The business is working. Hooray. People are seeing movies. Society is going forward. But everyone still unanimously agrees that solely because of her ego alone, Rachel Zegler sucks. Like, all right, cool. I can go with that. But yes, the part that I love about this is Joe Rogan, and I kind of want to clip on this, but I don't think he did. Oh, wait, no. We might be able to find a clip. Oh, wait, never mind. Well, let's click on this. At Joe Rogan. What? Joe Rogan and comedian Kurt Metzger criticized Disney's live-action Snow White remake, which only oh, fuck, it's lower than I thought. I said 70s. Only earned $43 million in its U.S. and Canada opening week. Oh, UK opening week. And $14.2 million the next weekend, despite a $250 million budget. The film faced controversies, including a year-long delay and backlash over actress Rachel Zegler's comments on the original film and her Free Palestine post. Metzger noted the studio unfairly blamed Zegler, who didn't write the script or decide to alter The Seven Dwarves after Peter Dinklage's critique. They should get Doge to look at this movie, was Joe Rogan's reply. Yeah, dude, but that's, again, It's not fair to be like, Zegler didn't write the movie. People didn't boycott it because of the writing. People boycotted it because she made it sound like she was in charge of writing the movie when she talked. She literally said, well, that's not what we're doing with this movie. What we're doing with this movie...
might just end up on the cutting room floor. The key element to the story was the prince giving her a kiss, but they might just X him out and, he'll end up on the editing room floor.
And again,
no biggie.
she had no remorse for the idea that someone else's work would be completely cut out of the movie and the character completely removed. Nope. She's like, we got so-and-so, and like, he's great, he's fine. But, we're not really about that, and who knows, maybe he'll get cut out of the movie entirely. It's Hollywood, baby. And it's like, yeah, how would you react if someone said that about a character you played in a film? If they went, look, I know the original story. He does it all for love and for this lady he likes, but instead he really wants to focus on himself and the free time he can have if he's not worrying about some bitch. So we might just cut Rachel Zegler's whole part. I mean, she's great. I love her. But we might just cut her whole character's part out of it. I mean, who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. She'd be like, this is sexist and misogynist and blah, blah, blah. Again, the lady went out on a woke tirade for her film. So it doesn't matter whether she wrote it or not. She endorsed and publicized the ideas. And that's why the film fucking flopped. I wish we had I thought we had a Joe Rogan clip of him saying this. But yeah, dude, Doge looking into the movie would be hilarious, especially since now like the studio is looking at pursuing Rachel Zegler's press tour as being a bad faith act, and the prince dressed like a bum. Well, he wasn't a prince, SH. He wasn't a prince. He's a street urchin. There is no prince in the new movie. In the new movie, the guy is just some dude. Some dude who is like just like a street thief or whatever, gets arrested for some stupid petty crime, and she busts him free, and that's why she's the fairest in the land. All of this weird, stupid shit that they worked in there, that again, if people were just pissed off about that and the press tour stuff wasn't a thing, I'd be like, oh, whatever. But people are sick of being pandered to, and unfortunately for Disney, this movie was in the works since 2018. Times change. Smoke Up Prod is absolutely right. His name is Jonathan. Look, it's like I said, the movie, the fact that she promoted it the way she did is the reason it did so bad. It wouldn't have done well. People might have had issues with the script and stuff like that, but it wouldn't have been as bad.
Corpse.
Maybe we should go back to the old studio system where they run the actor's entire image. Says SH. I mean, it would have helped this movie.
Yeah.
It would have legit helped this movie. And that's the other thing I get annoyed about, especially by more liberal commentators. Everybody wants to rely on well, they didn't like that it was a lead actress who wasn't white. It's like, Snow White centers around a woman. How do you not have a lead actress? Well, she wasn't white. Right, but the internet didn't lose its proverbial shit when they're like, hey, we're doing Snow White. We've got Rachel Zegler to play Snow White. Nobody that I know of legit lost their shit. I'm sure fucking hardcore Disney spurgs, and if you're a dude who's a hardcore Disney spurg, check his computer. But I'm pretty sure all of those people might have lost their shit. The same way, like, most people didn't give two fucks that Miles Morales was a black guy, and a whole bunch of Spider-Man fans did. So the comic books, to, like, appease their comic book fan base, they went, Spider-Man is Peter Parker! They invented the fucking Spider-Verse. And I will never forgive those fucks, because I hate the Spider-Verse, because all of the other characters in the Spider-Verse, Gwen included, are kind of dumb. And it's just like, no, we don't. Now we need a universe for what's next. The Iron Man universe, so we can have a black Iron Man and a female Iron Man and all the other Iron Men we don't have. Like, oh, it's so annoying. Coach Tally, good morning. Good morning, Coach Tally. I'm on a tear. I got a half hour left, and I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, but boy, am I pissed.
Wild is saying over here, how does my hair look? Do you like my tie? He should have titled the show Rants About Everything.
Right? Today's just a ranty day. I came in and I'm like, oh, I like my tie. I look nice. I like looking good. I love looking good. I look fucking good. Right? And then I'm like, oh, my hair is being floppy, but it's not agreeing. And I'm starting to worry, my hairline's crooked. Like, I'm like, dude, no. It's just because the way it lays, it makes my hairline look crooked. And like, I'm looking at myself on this screen and I'm like, you know what I am? I'm adorable. I'm pretty. Prettier than Nathan Fillion, even though people don't think so. And
I'm not going to be able to live that down. You women out there, you understand the difference between hot but pretty and hot, but like rugged,
but
like,
attainable.
Broken nose,
Like,
broken nose, or
hot but ugly. Hot but ugly. So it's like, and you guys, you understand what it's like.
Perfection that makes it perfect, right?
See, I can't like you more than this person.
Oh, lady.
Because you're too pretty. Like, I like this person more because they're just ugly enough to be believable. No. If you're too pretty, I think you're fake. There's already a black Iron Man, the teenage girl. Yes, T. Jefferson, you're absolutely right. You're cute, Johnny, but you're no Nathan Fillion, right? And other people just won't up to it, that's what they think. And then if I was actually in a straight like competition, like mano a mano thing, I'd lose out to Nathan Fillion. But
I never said that.
No, you never said that, but we know that's how it is. 'Cause he's prettier than me. All right.
See, Wild's with me. Thank you.
Of course,
Nobody
Wild's with
wants a
Wild's-
pretty boy. No one wants a pretty boy.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit, Wild Saffron.
I mean, I won't kick him out of my bed. but
Right,
it's
nobody
not
wants a
something I'd
pretty
wanna
boy,
wake up
but they're
to
not going to
every
send
day.
him back. Fuck you. Nobody wants a pretty boy. Nobody wants a pretty boy. Right. Oh, nobody wants a pretty boy, but if he came over and he said, "Hi, how you doing? I want to love you for the rest of my life." Well, I guess I'll just have to let that stand. Like, no. I mean, I don't
prefer
want
Christian
this,
Slater to
but
Brad Pitt. You see, Christian Slater is better than Brad Pitt. It's the pretty or
versus the
you know,
fugly,
rugged.
Like, I got to be honest.
No,
like,
he's not fugly.
Christian Slater.
Christian Slater's hot.
You ever seen the dude? He's like if a
Not in
weasel became a person.
Gabriel Byrne is also very, very attractive, and I don't know why. You're right, SH.
I don't agree with that one either. Like, I don't hate it, Gabriel Byrne. I can, kind of. But like for me, this is the one, and it's not just a you thing. There's plenty of ladies in this category. I never understood the Christian Slater thing. His eyes seem beady. It's not his fault. It's just the way his face is shaped. He has beady eyes, little tiny. Like again, I'm like, he's a human fucking ferret. No,
Never seen that.
you ever seen a ferret poop?
No, I've never seen a ferret poop either.
They back up to a corner with their feet and their tail. So they get into a corner. Their feet make a perfect triangle. They know it's safe to poop and nothing can get behind them. When you watch a ferret go to the bathroom and then you see Christian Slater as a ferret for the rest of your life, you can't ever go, that's attractive. Because you look at his face and you see a ferret pooping. And you go, nope.
Thankfully, that doesn't happen for me.
Right? You want to get a pet ferret?
I've got a soft spot for Christian Slater. I love his movies. I think he's awesome. He was in a TV show. I think it was on Netflix. I couldn't finish watching it because I got rid of Netflix, but it was really good.
T. Jefferson, I actually agree with T. Jefferson's point on this. Christian Slater wins based on the voice. That's where I'm like, Christian Slater fucking rocks, is the goddamn voice. My first time where I heard his voice, and I'm like, dude, I could listen to this dude do any line, was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, when he sings the song. When he trips up, when Kevin Costner gets tripped up, and literally Christian Slater's in the trees holding the rope going, "There once was a man from Nottingham," thank you, voice crack, "who tried to cross the river. What a dope, he tripped on a rope. Now look at him shiver." And he tried harder than fucking, what's his name in the lead of, who was the lead of Prince of Thieves? Costner, thank you.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner. He tried way harder than Kevin Costner to have a British accent. Like, he legit actually tried to have an accent. It came in and out, and it was super duper muddled, but it was way better than Kevin Costner's. But if I speak slower, and softer, it's British.
It's suddenly British.
No, it isn't. It's just slower and softer. That's it. Yeah, Adrian Brody gets girls' motors running, but most can't explain why. Ask Halle Berry. I'll tell you why. He's got a huge cock and he looks great when he's muscled. Did you see fucking Predators? Dude, Adrian Brody, when he hits the gym, is sculpted like a Greek god, and I hear he has a dong. That's all you need. Sure, he's got a weird face and a fugly nose, but as soon as his pants hit the floor, you're not sending him home. Christian Slater and Pump Up the Volume. I thought he was so cute and cool in that movie. I do like Pump Up the Volume, but I didn't think he was cool and cute. I thought, again...
I've always thought he's cool and cute.
Again, you guys are getting roped in by the voice thing. It's the whole reason why you can't resist me. It's this thing. I don't know what it is.
It's your voice.
It's when you use it the right way at the right time.
Especially
Like
when it cracks just at the right moment.
Thank you for kicking me in the dick. Thank you for kicking me in the dick. Oh, why do you have to bring that? I hate that so bad. It got so much worse. I used to be able, and you know because I've shown you, I used to be able to throw my voice around into different stuff all the time, and ever since the MS, now voice cracks whenever I want or whenever I don't want. Not really a thing.
I find it adorable.
All right, so we've got a lady or a man. I don't know which it is. Do you guys want to weigh in? Thank you, voice crack, for proving my point. Maybe if I loosen the tie.
Not pretty.
Not pretty.
Not pretty hot.
Do we know this is a guy or a girl? I can't tell. It could be an old lady or an old dude. I don't know. But we do know it is a lib, according to the person who shared this from TikTok, so you can trust them because TikTok never lies. But it is a person apparently caught vandalizing a Tesla, trying to walk it back before they realized that people get caught for this and punished. No, ugly guy, drops pants, thump. So cute.
True Romance is my favorite, although Heather's was awesome.
Dude, True Romance was badass. Was
brilliant.
Christian Slater in True Romance?
Yes, he was the lead in True Romance.
Oh, I'm thinking of True Lies. Never mind. I was thinking, isn't that the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger in the CIA and his wife doesn't know and she has to... No, that's True Lies. All right.
Yeah. No, True Romance, where Brad Pitt's entire role is just sitting on the couch being a stoner, smoking out of a honey bear bong. You see him for maybe 5 minutes in the entire movie, and it was...
That's probably the only part of the movie I'd like. It's probably...
No. If you haven't... Have you not seen True Romance?
Apparently not. I have nothing in my head on that one. Like I said, you said True Romance, and my brain pulled up True Lies, which means I have 0
Okay,
on
we're
there.
going to watch that. We're going to have to fix that, because True Romance is like the best movie going.
What do you mean?
It's
the best movie going that I've literally never heard
when
of.
it comes to Christian Slater. I think,
Fuck that. Nothing beats
True
Broken
Romance
Arrow.
was his best.
Nothing beats Broken Arrow.
Never saw Broken Arrow.
Mrs. You haven't seen True Romance? Slater! Fucking, God damn it. I had his name and it dropped the minute I said Slater. So it's Christian Slater. It's, John Travolta. It's Howie Long. It's a fucking stupid, unbelievable movie that's completely preposterous, but also entirely awesome. The female lead, who doesn't need to exist, is shoehorned in by being a, a DNR agent who gets pissed off for Christian Slater for stepping on a pile of extinct or endangered dirt. It is the best movie ever. She gets her first entrance into the film. Her entrance into the film. She's pissed off at him because he's she is not a park ranger, but Slater was great in Broken Arrow and Archer. Oh God, Christian Slater was awesome in Archer. Negrodamus. We agree on that one. I don't think I've seen it either, Digger, says Coach Tolly. See, True Romance was written by Tarantino and directed by Tony Scott. It's a damned fine movie, says T. Jefferson. Well, we might have to look into it.
Movie.
I don't know anything about it.
Warheads from the U.S. military, but don't count on a pilot and a park ranger spoiling their plans.
Right? She's a park ranger. Park ranger.
How did I not see this?
Dude, it's a hilarious, awesome movie.
I love Christian Slater. I thought I'd seen everything he'd done. Maybe I haven't.
Again,
it's just so far back in my memory.
Nah, man.
We'll have to do a Discord Christian Slater movie marathon.
Why do we have to do it as a movie marathon? I mean... Young Guns 2 was decent. Young Guns 2 was okay. My favorite Young Guns movie is always going to be the first one. It's always going to be the first one. When they're introducing Billy to everybody, and I forget the name of the character, but he's the pugilist of the group, the fist fighter. And the shit that he calls Lou Diamond Phillips' character, it's just. He's like, oh, so these are all the people, and now I'm going to be racist to this guy for no reason. I'm like, you guys are friends? For fuck's sake. All right, let's go ahead. It reminded me of my friends, which is why I felt so at home in the movie.
Back in the 90s when being mean was being a friend.
Well, not even being mean, being a friend. Being a mean, like you can rib your buddies and we can understand that maybe you're not racist. You're just being a dick. You could say racist shit to be a dick, and we can go, oh, this isn't a statement of who you are as a person, so much as you're just taking the piss. Like, we can get it, like, and move on. Anyways, let's get to this video. I've been paused here. Man.
I'm going man.
I'm going woman then, just to take the other side of the coin. Okay. And play.
Free service. How about you pay for the repairs? Write a check. You just bought a Tesla.
I can wipe it off with a towel.
No.
So he's saying the vandalism.
Wipe it off with the towel?
He's saying the vandalism that he put on this guy's car was a free service. All right, so this guy vandalized the dude's Tesla and the owner came out. This is where I don't understand these people. Like, what happens if you just bought your car a couple years ago and then you found out Elon Musk and you don't share political opinions and you simply can't afford to rearrange your life to get a new car because the guy who was super liberal 4 years ago is now super conservative 4 years later and you're not allowed to own his vehicles now? And this is going to help this person get on your side? This is dumb.
Free service.
Free service. How about you pay for the repairs? Write a check. You just bought a Tesla.
I can wipe it off with a towel.
No,
it's not.
It is a hate crime, sir. It is a hate.
It was a crayon. Yeah, dude, give him the bill for getting the crayon off the car.
Crime. Did you write a swastika on there?
I'm sorry you're upset.
Yes, I love this guy. He's saying he committed a hate crime because he drew a swastika. I love this. I love this. Oh my God, this dude is my favorite. I want this to be the thing so bad. I am so tired of people declaring Tesla owners and Elon Musk is a Nazi, and yet the people drawing the Nazi swastikas are these people, and we're not allowed to go, you just committed a hate crime. Because again, if you were a Nazi who believed in Nazi shit, you drawing a swastika is a hate crime. Every time we have the hate crime hoax happen, it's a swastika, and it's always, oh, it's a hate crime. Oh, they're against the blacks or the Jews or whoever. And then it always comes back to be a hoax, and the person goes, well, I'm just trying to raise awareness. Yes, but you did raise awareness by, I'm committing a hate crime.
Yes.
Because if it was a hate crime before you were black, it's still a hate crime afterwards. So guess what? You committed a hate crime. I want every person who's trying to raise awareness or do a public... So drawing a swastika on the Tesla was a public service? Drawing the swastika... I'm sorry you are upset. Gaslighting bullshit, every liberal asshole says. Right, I'm sorry you're upset from the thing that I did.
I just did to you, yeah.
I'm sorry you're upset because I vandalized your car. You know, if you vandalized my car with a hateful symbol, I would just laugh. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't, sir.
Did you write a swastika?
It didn't even work. Apparently, it doesn't work.
Did you write a swastika?
It doesn't work. That doesn't make it okay. You're a swastika drawing Nazi, and we need to hold you up as such. Like that's if I was filming this guy. Why are you a Nazi? What is it about being a Nazi that you love so much? Why are you so hateful? I don't understand this. America isn't really a Nazi country, dude. Wrong place. And like start throwing that at them. Don't let them say I'm not a Nazi. Be like, yes, you are. You draw swastikas. You're a fucking Nazi.
It's a key, sir. We see it on the video.
It's not a key.
It's a key, sir.
I'm putting my keys in my pocket.
Is it a swastika?
Have you looked at your car? Is there a key mark?
Yes, there's a key mark. Again, is it a swastika, you racist Nazi?
Is it a swastika?
That's impossible.
It's at the police right now. It's being fingerprinted.
What do you mean it's being fingerprinted?
It means you're gonna go to jail. FAFO.
Yes.
My favorite part. Wait, what do you mean it's being fingerprinted? Fingerprinted? You mean like lawyers in a court of law might go, excuse me, Mr. Timothy, whatever your name is, did you on the day of such and such, at the time of such and such, key a swastika into a car? And you're going to go, no, and then we're going to pull up the video, and then you can be found guilty of keying a swastika. Again, and it won't happen because the judge probably has no balls, but if a judge was a person of actual justice, you'd start holding these people accountable as actually perpetrating hate crimes. And we'd see it stop. If we saw all of the super soft everybody needs to be equal people held accountable for hate crimes when they draw swastikas. It would stop the swastika drawing. Because again, like I said earlier, the people drawing the swastikas are the ones who are like, I hate the Nazis. Then stop promoting them.
Because
Rusty's got
they're
it
trying
right.
to track you down. Thankfully, Facebook tracked you down.
Thankfully,
So your
Facebook
business-
tracked you down. Oh, no.
Good.
Oh, God.
Oh, good.
Oh, God. I might have to take my camera off the screen. I think I'm about to come.
What do you mean it's being fingerprinted?
Because they're trying to track you down. Thankfully, Facebook tracked you down. So your business, your freaking livelihood, everything now.
Listen,
because you chose to write so you tell Facebook that you're sorry for writing a swastika on a Tesla.
Listen, I said I'm sorry.
For what?
And I
For what?
apologize.
For what?
I have nothing against
For
your
what?
car, and I have nothing.
And I
against
won't own up to the fact that I drew a swastika because I don't want people calling me a Nazi. Then don't. This is the thing I'm sick about. I'm sick of the. I'm sick of the racial hate crimes, and I'm sick of the hate crimes that happen by people drawing attention. Then hold them accountable with committing hate crimes. Because if it's not a person drawing attention, there's extra time added, there's extra sentences and stuff. Because again, you perpetrated a hate crime, which seems weird. I guarantee you this guy hates Elon Musk and Tesla so much, he felt nothing doing what he did to that car. Even though doing what he did to that car affected nobody other than the car's owner, who, at this point, he has not specified to hate. But he committed a hate crime, so let's hold him accountable. Let's bring it back equity and hold everybody accountable for hate crimes, whether they're drawing attention or not. You write the N-word in the bathroom in fecal matter to draw attention, then you get labeled a poop-doodling N-word hater. Racist. But I'm black. That doesn't change that. You're still committing hate crimes. Racist.
So why would you write a swastika on a Tesla?
Obviously, I have something against Elon Musk, but that's not the
So
way
Elon
to
Musk
show my...
owns that car because
No,
it was
he
bought
owns
and
the
paid
company.
for. It was bought and.
Yeah, and thank you for the... No, he owns the company. And
He
you
owns the
stupid
company.
idiots don't do anything that actually affects the company. Yeah, the stock numbers are going down because you fucknuts aren't buying them anymore, and that should be your victory. But instead, you go out and you assault private citizens' personal property, and you somehow think that that helps or that that's okay. I love that this dude is realizing his whole life is going to come apart through litigation and other things. Because again, I love this dude filming this.
He did something stupid.
Elon Musk, but that's not the
So
way
Elon
to
Musk
show my...
owns that car because
No,
it was
he
bought
owns
and
the
paid
company.
for. It was bought and paid for a long time
That's
ago.
why it's misguided, and obviously I did not intend to do this.
All right,
sir.
we're gonna wait for the.
I did
You
not
didn't intend to do this. I'm sorry. You had a crayon and a key, and you purposely walked over
No, he didn't
there,
have a crayon.
And you decided to put...
We don't know that he had a crayon. He's saying it was a crayon. The guy says that he can clearly see the key in the video and see the key marks on the car, which I'm betting it wasn't a crayon. I'm betting it was a key. And again, this thing where these people who hate Elon Musk, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Don't like Elon Musk, that's fine. But just because you see a Tesla and your eyes go red doesn't justify destroying another sovereign citizen's personal fucking property. So he makes more money for Tesla when they vandalize the car because it costs to get repairs. Right, Tesla makes more money. Whether it's the insurance provider, the person, the perpetrator, whatever, the repairs get made, the car gets replaced. Odds are that Tesla makes a buck. The only way Tesla loses money, like this is the whole thing. If you're a Tesla owner and you want to protest Elon Musk, or if you just want to protest Elon Musk and do so through boycotting Tesla, then it's as simple as not owning or driving a Tesla. But the idea that you can somehow punish like their babies, says Wild Sapper. Well, Wild Sapper says like fucking babies, right? They are emotionally brainwashed.
Right.
They feel okay to throw away self-control and act on pure emotion. Right, because they've always said, like I said, they always have these, if living sucked ass 2017 to 2021, do you think I would be all MAGA? Fuck no. Shit was awesome during those years. Well, that's the thing. Every regular person was like, shit was awesome during that point in time. That's why I want to go back to it. That's why Donald Trump, again, the reason Donald Trump won the election this time around wasn't because Donald Trump says the right stuff or is going to do the right stuff. It's because the Biden administration could have but didn't and willfully effed everything up so bad all along the way in the name of ideology and personal politics that was not endorsed by the American people. The American people didn't want the unending tide of immigration. Like if you would clamp down on the border. And that's the other thing, too. Biden would be like, well, there's nothing we can do about the border. I personally believe walls don't work. Right. You personally believe walls don't work. And when you're talking about Tim walls, you're absolutely right. But when you're talking about actual walls, there is a definitive way to check this. Put walls up in places. And you might find the places with walls have less incidences than the places without them. It turns out a barrier or an obstruction just literally makes it harder, which means less people make it through. So it's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm in a weird ranty mood. I don't know what's going on with me today. You know what? I bet I forgot to take my antidepressant. And that's why I'm so, like, emotionally untethered. Because I know I picked them up this morning, but I don't recall if I took one this morning.
Oh.
Because I still have plenty.
Count 'em.
Like, I got a shit ton. Oh, counting doesn't help. I forget every once in a while. Like, I miss a day here and there. So I don't know where the count's at. I just know they said reorder your prescription, and I was getting low. I was like, that's a good idea. So I don't ever not have it. And then, like, so
ideally.
that's just, maybe that's what it is. And maybe that's why I'm, like, so all over the place. I haven't smoked a whole bunch of weed, so I'm not stoned, so I'm kind of moving really fast. My brain's going really fast. I'm kind of amped up, but I can't move, and it's kind of a naturally aggravating thing because all I can do is sit here and rock back and forth like a meth head who's trying to jerk off. It's just bad. All right, so my personal life fell apart during the Trump administration, but financially and otherwise, it rocked, says SH. Right, but your personal life fell apart because of your own decisions and actions, right? It wasn't the political ones. And even so, like, if both administrations were completely equal, again, the problem I have is nobody attacked government centers. Nobody called for Biden to be assassinated. Nobody, like, we have multiple examples of people calling for Trump's assassination, which after the bombshell that none of us are surprised about being the government's attempted assassination, I kind of find it surprising. Florida man saying there's nothing wrong with drugs, caught with meth in his underwear. That's kind of we all get that, right? Thomas Carpenter, 41, was pulled over by deputies for a suspected traffic violation on March 18th. Officers soon discovered evidence of drug use inside his car with 2 children and an unidentified woman inside.
What?
Oh, hell
Unidentified
no.
woman.
I don't give 2 shits about the unidentified woman. I'm pissed about the 2 children thing. Drug use in the car?
No.
While performing a physical search at the station, deputies found 11 small Tide sandwich bags filled with a crystal-like substance stuffed into the front of his underwear. You had to go pick up or sell your drugs and you brought your kids with you? Substance tested positive as methamphetamine and weighed about 322.1 grams. Carpenter tried to assure the deputies that there's nothing wrong with drugs while he was at the station.
Don't worry, officers. There's nothing wrong with drugs.
You know, I gotta give him props for trying. Like we said earlier about the police officer fire meme. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It was the kids' meth. Oh, damn it! It's just to help keep them focused. My buddy made a deck of Magic the Gathering was all walls, and no one could beat him. See? No Penn's friend proved it. Walls work. No medical shit, but Trump didn't cause any of it. Well, SH, I hope you recover well and hope you're doing well now. It was the kids' meth. Mother Nature is bipolar. I'm trying to decide if it's winter or spring. Dude, Mother Nature is bipolar and it's screwing with me.
I don't think it's bipolar. I think she's finally hit menopause.
SH saying PL. You mean PS or PL or please? Don't want underwear meth, but... Oh, people don't want underwear meth, but they'll take it. Ah, the good Nick defense. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Right? Just like, all right, what do you have to say for yourself? I think drugs are good. Well, gotta let him go. He thinks they're good. He didn't realize he did something wrong.
Wild's got it. Don't take your kids to drug deals. Leave them at McDonald's like a good dad.
Right? Leave them at McDonald's for just 2 hours while you go deal your meth. And then come back,
Right?
eat a burger, get the kids on some nuggets, and then you guys can go about your life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it takes. We got 15 minutes left in this. I think I should go to, we have the thieves hijacking 80 pounds of meat story. It's a rip and read, and I don't want to do it. So we're going to hold off. I can do it tomorrow, too. Because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to read about it, and you're all going to say, I stole the meat. I don't need that shit. All right. So, but remember, guys, nothing wrong with drugs, according to a meth head. What would they know? All right. So, the meme catalog, we already did that. Oh, all right. So that was the layup contest. We did that.
That where the dude injured himself?
Yeah. All right. So we've got. Oh, nope. 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 Edit, undo.
Hey, Jefferson, don't worry. I've got King Kong Dong on it. He's the scariest man on our team.
I don't know what the hell you're talking
He's
about.
going to take care of it.
All right. I've got
our meat shipment that was stolen.
There was no meat shipment stolen. Again, it was from something else. I don't have meat shipments, let alone having them being stolen.
Of course you don't have that meat shipment. It was stolen.
There's no meat shipment.
On it.
I'm not saying I don't have that meat shipment. I'm saying I have no meat shipments. There is no meat. There's no meat. All right. Where Trump invited. Do we have the video of it? Chris Rock reveals how the White House dinner with Trump, Bill Maher, and Dana White went last night. Wait a minute. Kid Rock, Bill Maher, Dana White, all for dinner with the president? All right, I might have to watch that.
At the same time. That'd be a dinner I'd like to attend. Could be fun.
All right, watch this mostly peaceful lady hint at assassinating the president. Again, the people who said that, the right won't accept it if they lose, they'll use violence if they don't get their way, are the same people going, we're not getting our way, guys. We should use violence. Turns out most people don't agree with us. We should just force them to. All right, if you're struggling with your mental health, okay. Again, way to hear the phone call from inside the house and not realize it's ringing. If you're struggling with your mental health, maybe you have a problem.
If you're struggling with your mental health, games can be a really great way to feel better. So I'm going to show you Super Mario Checkers and Cards Against Humanity. Let's just pull out a couple of pieces at random. Oh, look, it's Luigi. Everyone loves Luigi, right? We love Luigi. So let's pull out a question card here randomly. What makes life worth living? I'm going to get Luigi. Oh, he jumped there to hold on to that card. Let's see, picking out an answer again at random. Oh, what's this one? Oh, that's awful. That is awful. This is
again, guys, it's random. Just like she's not a single lady with a cat. She has a boyfriend. He's just not around right now. He'll be by later. He'll be by.
He's on the road.
He works a lot. He works a lot. Happy 420. Oh, I missed 420. Shit. I loaded up just for that.
That's okay. It's only 2:20. Only 2:20 here. You got time.
No, I don't. It's 420.
Thank you, No Pen.
Look,
coming in with.
I have zero problems with putting those cards together in a game of Cards Against Humanity. I have zero problems with that. I have zero problems with you personally holding that belief while you do that in a game of Cards Against Humanity. But when you put it on the internet in this shitty fucking Not even landscaped mode. I am tired of people who have never taken 1 minute to study appropriate ways of using cinematography and visual presentation to adequately portray and display the story, facts, points, and beliefs. This is completely wrong. We're missing way too much. The top of your head's cut off. I can't see what you're reaching into. You're squeezing everything into the middle. Spread this shit out a bit. You know what it's called? I can't believe I'm saying this to a white lady. Landscape mode. Landscape mode. What's your excuse? I know you're a liberal, but literally, this is cultural appropriation. What's wrong with you?
Glad you're having such a great day.
Right?
It's a joke game.
It's a joke game. Right, this is a joke. That's why I'm holding this up. I hope the FBI looks into this lady as a credible threat, which she isn't. She isn't a credible threat. And I don't want anything actually bad to happen to her. But I want her life to be upended for no more than 2 days to a week because she's actually, for a small period of time, considered a credible threat. I want them to look into her cats, her non-existent boyfriend, her lack of any understanding of what passes for making you look like not an elderly woman, like all of that stuff. For just 5 minutes. And then I want her to lose her TikTok because they're worried she's a terrorist threat and then add her to the no-fly list. All of that stuff.
Comedy, right? It's not serious.
It's not serious. That's why I'm still holding it. And that's why I picked these 2 cards. And that's why I'm dragging this bit out.
Random.
Like, let's go back to when she pulls the cards. Like, right here. And I'm not going to stop. Now it's 20 seconds
right here,
in.
randomly. What makes life worth living? I'm
So,
get Luigi. Oh, he jumped there.
The first
Hold
20
on to
seconds
that
with
card.
Luigi.
Let's see.
The other
Picking out an
40.
answer again at random. Oh, what's this one? Oh, that's
Again, pulling an answer out at random. Also, bad representation of how this game works. Because the game isn't you pull an answer card out at random. The game is you pull out several answer cards. And you pick what you
then
think
you
is the
choose which
best
one's
one.
worse.
Not even which one's worse. Which one you think is the best one to make the person lose their shit that has to read it. That's why, that's why you can have things. You know what? I'm not going to go into that. All right. Anyways, so yes, fuck off.
It is awful. It's a
$2 from
No
NoPen 15
right?
Fathead.
It's not
Thank you.
serious.
It's not
Let's pick
serious.
another card. Just
Right. You're right. You're absolutely
let's
right,
see what
ma'am.
this one has.
You're right. Those cards aren't serious at all. You are. Those cards don't want to assassinate the president. You do.
No,
and according to you, through these cards as a medium,
has to say, oh,
how convenient. These 2 came up completely random.
Oh, wow.
This isn't even a 2-card
Look at that,
thing.
how it goes together.
This isn't even a 2-card thing. It's just you wanted to put 2 together.
Oh.
Again, I want the FBI to fucking break down her door and take her down like a credible threat and then release her a day or 2 later because, again, she isn't. But I want her to literally pay some FAFO for this kind of crap. Because if the liberals were, like, because, again, this shit didn't happen on the other side. Her antithesis, the conservatives who were the antithesis of her, didn't ask for Joe Biden to be executed for stealing or rigging the election or for shipping our economy overseas or any of the shit that they believed. They didn't say we need to effing kill this guy. They just sat there saying these people stole the election, they rigged this, blah, blah, blah. They were angry, they were disgruntled. They were cringy as shit with let's go Brandon memes. These people are like, no, I don't like this guy and I don't like what he's doing, so we should kill the president. Like, no, F these people. F these people.
That's terrible. That's just...
You're right. You are terrible at this video and this whole thing. They just tried to hand Mike Pence. They just tried to hang Mike Pence. No, they didn't. There was a chant for that. There was a chant for that. And you know what I'm more than willing to believe? Because, again, we have a lot of the evidence, but then again, the same committee that investigated it destroyed all their evidence as opposed to publicizing it. There were a lot of government agents involved in January 6th. So I'm sure the people who chanted hang Mike Pence, those were the agitators and the people, the unconfirmed, unnamed government assets that the FBI, CIA, and NSA and them all had down there. There was like over 200 of them. So yeah, they just chanted hang Mike Pence. No, they didn't. Some people did, and I bet you that those people, like, again, you could say you're pulling that out of your ass. You're right, I am, because lots of the documentation of the event, including footage that would have shown moments like that, over half of it was deleted by the liberal-leaning J6 committee that, again, deleted the information because they were being forced to hand it over to their opponents, which makes me think they didn't want them to see it. If she made those cards, it would say M15, and I hope her life was worth living it. So, yeah, all right. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
They built Gallows, MAO. I'm just being contrary, says T. Jefferson. Right, I'm sure they built Gallows.
They did build a gallows, but the gallows was tiny.
Right, the gallows wasn't even real. It was a fucking prop thing. But no,
rickety.
like I said, I don't disagree with T. Jefferson. I agree with the points you're making. I'm just saying you're leaving out very important parts. Like, the people who did that were probably the government agitators that we now know were there. There were government agitators on hand. Again, special informants whose names we can't have. Redacted conversations that got deleted before they could be handed to the conservative people looking over the job the non-conservative people did. I'm not picking a side with this. I'm just calling it as it is. But you can't deny that calling it as it is means saying that when the Republicans were going to look over the job the Democrats were going to do, the Democrats did, and legally persecuted people for the job they did, they deleted half the evidence before giving it over. Nobody's gone to jail. Nobody has been held accountable for that. All of the people in charge of doing that have been given preemptive pardons by the Biden administration. So it's just, I'm sorry, you can't tell me that, no, it was the people on January 6th. No, the people calling for Mike Pence's head, guarantee you those were FBI informants. The same way that the people saying we need to stop AOC were miles and miles and miles away from AOC, but AOC, there are people that are after me, and they're going to get me, and I'm worried, I'm scared to leave my office. It's like, you're nowhere near Washington, D.C., you cunt. This isn't happening in your building. It's happening in a government building, and only for a couple of hours, and then it was quickly and swiftly locked down after it went on just long enough for all of the news media agencies to fucking grab their butthole and go, oh, it's the end of democracy. So, yeah. So, yes, F anyone who believes January 6th was a real thing. I'm done kowtowing to you. I'm done giving you a chance. I'm done waiting for you to see reports be publicly released where we know these people, like, and I'm not even saying like, it's documented, it's proven, it's on all the conspiracy theory sites. No, I mean, literally, the public files, go look fuck off. And especially if you lived in Minnesota. If you lived in Minnesota and believed January 6th was a dark day for democracy and a threat to democracy, but the continual kowtowing to the rampant group of people burning down Minneapolis because St. George Floyd died of a fentanyl overdose, go fuck yourself. If you don't consider that the end of democracy, where our state for 2 years capitulated to a community because a criminal OD'd, fuck you. Fuck you. So many innocent people, including the people of color in that neighborhood, want fucking public order restored, but we can't do that lest we seem racist. I don't know, telling black people to fuck off and not have any emergency services seems pretty fucking racist, Tim. Anyways, that's why I need to be elected as the front runner against Tim Walz. We're apparently putting the My Pillow guy up. I want to debate Tim Walz, so on a public stage, I can go, no, kowtowing to public opinion from white people who don't want to allow black people access to emergency services lest they seem racist is actually, in reality, pretty fucking racist, Tim. Why are you so racist? Do you hate black people and this is your cover? Like, I just want to literally do that. No, it's not. Again, we're listening to the people of the community who want you to stop with the shit you're doing. Again, like, wait, Johnny, do you know that Tim Walz works on his truck? No, he doesn't, smoke out prods. Tim Walz is such a fat, lying sack of crap. He will carry a 12-gauge shotgun, putting people's lives in danger, telling you, no, I'm a badass, I'm a hunter, and he doesn't know how to handle his fucking shotgun. He'll tell you, I know how to work on a truck, right? Prove it. Oh, I could kick any of their asses. Real brave for you to do when you're talking on a fucking a liberal-leaning platform to the governor of fucking California. Tim Walz is such a pussy that I would say I could fucking take him. Because as soon as I punch him in the face, I'm like, why are you hitting me? Actually, I don't even need to do that. As soon as he's signed up for the fight and he realizes the fight's going to happen, he's going to find a way to bow out of it. Because that's what Tim does. Tim Walz doesn't fight, as his own record proves.
Yeah.
He runs from combat action. Some people fight, some people stand. Tim Walz runs and hides. Again, I am Johnny. I am a Minnesotan. I am saying Tim Walz is a piece of shit governor, and he should not be allowed in office. I'm not calling for his execution, like, some crazy, stupid liberal bitches. All right. Anyways, it's 4:31. I don't know why I've been so worked up today. It is weird. I am going to have to do something about that. We'll be back tomorrow. I still want to see him fight Kane from the WWE. But that's the thing, Mr. Q. Kane didn't say he wanted to fight him. Kane called out his actions and his behaviors in the most mature, responsible way he did. And I know you, me, and everybody else would get our little hate hard-ons all erect if Kane went, and I want to see you in the ring. But you're not going to get that because that guy isn't Kane. That guy is more intelligent than you would believe from looking at him. And he's more intelligent than Tim Walz looks. And that's why he was the bigger person and the adult. Whereas I am a retarded cripple in a wheelchair, and I would be more than happy. I don't want to fight Mersh. I don't want to fight Derek from BYB. I don't give a shit about those people and the internet fucking stuff. I want to fight Tim Walz because I want to punch a hateful, lying racist in the face. But that's me. That's me. Anyways. He's actually a nice guy, too. Yeah, I'd believe that. Yeah, Glenn Jacobs is a smart feller. That's his real name? Wow. Doxing. Jesus.
He doesn't strike me as a Glenn.
I didn't know that. I'll say this. Didn't know that myself. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We've been Johnny. You would kill BYB. I have no idea. Here's what I'm going to say, No Pen 15 Fathead. I don't care how the fight would turn out because I'd never want to have it because why the fuck would I? But I would love to have a fight with an able-bodied person by the name of Tim Walz, like a sanctioned fight. I would totally, I'd wheel in. I'll punch him. We'll wear gloves. I'll use the wheelchair. And again, I want to do this because this lying full of sack of shit, I would love to be able to oh, you think you're so tough, you can kick MAGA people's asses. I'm not even a MAGA person. I'm just a handicapped person, and I want to prove you're a lying sack of shit. That's it. That's the reason for my challenge. Not because I give two shits about left or right politics, but because I know as a Minnesotan, Tim Walz is lying through his teeth to set himself up as some sort of strongman, and I, as a handicapped cripple, would like to prove live on real TV that, in fact, no, Tim Walz can't kick most of their asses. He can't even beat up a cripple. And if I'm wrong on that, I'm willing to pay the physical price.
Mm-hmm.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
Seems fair. All right, anyways.
Seems fair to me.
I don't know what the heck today has been, but I think I have to not do this again because, the chat's been slower. Donations have certainly been down. I don't know if we made our 10 at all that we needed to make. Let's check. Let's check over here on Twitch because I don't think it came in through the other stuff. Overview. There we go. Boop. And let's see. What are we at? 5. If we look at it sideways, we can say 7, almost 8. So if we have anything on Venmo, PayPal, or Streamlabs, we'll be all right. Boop, 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 boop. It's looking like a big fat 0. It's beginning to feel a lot like fuck him. Let's see how we're doing. No, not on the Venmo. And the PayPal. Verify your identity. Identity verified. Nope. We failed.
That's okay. We'll make it up tomorrow.
Sandy Squatch saying, good show, thank you. Yeah, we're going to do a show tomorrow.
Thank you, Sandy.
We failed by fucking $3 or $4. It doesn't really matter. I'm not super upset. It's not going to end my life. It's something that we can't have happen again, but whatever. I'm probably going to have to.
You won't be crying in a corner. Promise you won't be crying in a corner after the show is done.
I mean, I will be, but that's because that turns you on for some weird reason.
Yeah, that's weird.
I know, right? It's even weirder that I like it. That's why I say, don't put dicks in your ass because you'll find out you like it. Then you'll start doing it. So I didn't know that before. I didn't know that I liked sitting in a corner crying, holding a box of Oreos while she, flicked her bean. Like, I didn't realize that was hot, and I liked it.
I didn't realize I was doing that. I thought I was sitting there
Clearly, you weren't watching my camera view.
Pointing and laughing.
You made me laugh so hard my nose blew itself. Someone's going to clip that. It's going to sound horrible. We should watch Hansel and Gretel get baked together. It's like Laura Flynn Boyle and Carrie Ells Lewis. Well, no, Carrie Eels. But yes, he has a very difficult name to spell or say. Yes. But God, I love that dude.
It's a good movie, apparently.
I love that dude. He is so great in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Or not Prince of Thieves, Robin Hood, Men in Tights. He is so great in that movie. God, I fucking love Robin Hood, Men in Tights. All right, anyways, Quadtar Derek
we'll
already.
See you guys in an hour and a half on my channel.
Was already called. Quadtar Derek already cell phones. The fight was already called. I have no idea what you're saying, Rusty Kramer. A smart man once said, "All good streaks come to an end." Says the Smoke Gods. We didn't have streaks. I'll be sending you 20. I just have a new credit card to add, says Sandy Squatch. Well, if you do that, we'll call the show covered for today and put 15 into tomorrow, which means we would have 50 to make tomorrow for tomorrow's goal. And if you don't, I'm not going to worry about it either way. If you can't afford to contribute, don't feel bad. Certainly don't hate yourself. You have to do what you can do. Take care of you first. That's always my rule. If you can help out, thank you for doing so. But that's why we make the shirts and other stuff and the side projects that this lady keeps pushing me to do. That's why I'm doing all of those, to hopefully kind of give you some bang for your buck. We're going to get out of here because we're 7 minutes late already, and I'm speeding up because I really got to get out of here. Otherwise, if I keep talking, I'm going to have problems, and I have to pee. So, we've been Johnny. You've been an audience. That's the in and out screen. I think you guys are all awesome. Hey, Blinken. Did you just call me Abe Lincoln? No, I said, hey, Blinken. God, I love that bit. I can see. Oh, never mind.
Shut up and sleep with me. Come on, why won't you sleep with me? Shut up and sleep with me.
Clip it.